Tonight from Diablo Valley College in Pleasant Hill, it's a North Coast Section 2A championship game as the Miramonte Matadors take on the Las Lomas Knights. Hello everybody, I'm Reza Sadeghi. Glad you could join us again tonight for the AT&T Broadband East Bay High School Game of the Week. And what a matchup we have on tap for you tonight as Miramonte of Orinda takes on Las Lomas of Walnut Creek. The Matadors are 10-1, while the Knights are 11-1 on the season. And joining me tonight is Bill Kolb. And Bill, what a matchup tonight of two solid teams with a host of fine football players.
Oh, you got it right, Reza. There are a lot of great players on these two teams. You could sit up here and read the roster off of the starting team of each of these teams and say, hey, that guy should be on the All-League team. This guy should be on the All-League team. Turns out a lot of them are. Las Lomas has their stud quarterback, Brian Luke, their star wide receiver who led the area in receiving yards this year, Chris Biebel, and Mr. Everything, Dan Albana, their stud running back, are all on the first team. Joining them from Miramonte is Josh Hunsucker. They're tremendous talent at wide receiver. And let's not forget the guys on the second team, Reza. Starting quarterback from Miramonte, Mark Gillen, is the starting quarterback on that second team. And he's joined by teammate Eric Carey, all tremendous talents. And let's not forget that Gillen is junior. He'll be back next year.
The Matadors have won 10 games after losing in Week 1 of the season. The Las Lomas Knights have lost one game. That lone loss was to Miramonte in Week 2 of the campaign. And what a matchup we have, a rematch of perhaps the best game played in the East Bay this season.
Oh, I think it was easily the best game that anybody saw this year in this area. And it came down to the last minute. It came down to a passing play by Miramonte to score a touchdown at the end of the game, and that won it for them. And you know the Knights came away from that game with a bad taste in their mouth, and they're looking for some revenge tonight, Reza.
Well, it's a battle of two old rivals, Miramonte and Las Lomas, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff of the North Coast Section 2A championship game after these important messages.
Tonight's AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation.
Back at Viking Field on the Diablo Valley College campus in Pleasant Hill, Reza Sadeghi, Bill Kolb, as we're getting set for the North Coast Section 2A championship game. The Miramonte Matadors entered this game thanks in part to a 14-0 win over rival Campo Lindo, while last week Las Lomas once again beat Piedmont 24-14. And Bill, a matchup of two solid teams and a matchup of two very fine coaches as well. Doug Longero of Las Lomas and Floyd Burnstead of Miramonte, of course, my old high school coach.
Well, Floyd, as everyone in the area knows who knows anything about football, it just does a tremendous job with the Matadors, and he keeps them prepared, gets them ready for every game, but he also gets them ready for life. You know, he's teaching a lot more than just football out there, and that's why he was named the honor coach this year. And of course, Doug Longero is doing the same thing over at Las Lomas. He's really whipped that program into shape. He's turned them into just a fine football team from a sort of a bunch of also-rans. Well, I can't tell you how excited I am about this game, Reza. I've been looking forward to it all week.
Yeah, I really have too. You know, we've seen Las Lomas play 3 times this year. They've been solid and a lot of fun to watch. We've seen Miramonte a couple of times before. We've seen Campo Lindo too. However, this is the matchup we've all waited for. I think the fans, the players, the schools, everyone has been waiting for this matchup, especially after Week 2, and what a great matchup it was. We talked about 41-34 final. But, you know, going back to Coach Floyd Burnstead, in his 18th year, 135 victories, 62 defeats, two ties. He's got 3 North Coast Section championships under his belt, 9 league championships. He's making his 12th playoff appearance, I should say. What an illustrious and solid career he has had as a coach at Miramonte.
Yeah,
and more so than a coach, he's a great person and a great teacher.
He's sort of okay. I mean, yeah, that record's all right. Yeah,
not bad, not too shabby.
Yeah, we were reading the numbers, and I'm shaking my head up here. I can't believe that any high school coach has that sort of winning percentage.
Well, Bob Laddiser's got a pretty decent one himself.
You know, can we even talk about him? I mean,
yeah,
those guys play tomorrow night.
He's the exception rather than the rule.
They played tomorrow night against San Leandro in what really should be a pretty good football game. San Leandro's had a good season as well, so don't look for them to be a pushover. But does anybody think De La Salle's going to lose? Okay, no, probably not.
But right now it's Miramonte in the green against Las Lomas in the white. The Matadors will be kicking off as Las Lomas has won the toss, and the Knights will receive. Nick Rudd, number 10, will be kicking off for Miramonte in the green. And back to receive for the Las Lomas Knights will be Chris Biebel, their star receiver, number 11, and he awaits at his own 15-yard line. A cool and crisp night for football. The field is AstroTurf. It's in great shape right now. We were down on the field earlier, so ideal football conditions, and this is it. The championship game of the North Coast Section 2A, and it is underway as a kick by Miramonte is high and deep, a very good kick. It's going to go in the end zone, and in high school football, anytime the ball goes in the end zone, automatic touchback. A real solid start thus far for Miramonte.
Well, you think these guys aren't fired up? Boy, I tell you what, Nick Rudd just booted the heck out of that ball into the end zone. That was a college-level kick right there, Reza. I think probably the adrenaline is pumping for everybody tonight. This is what it's all about. This is why you play the season. Get to the championship game and see who can do the best.
Well, that tough Los Lomas offense on the field right now. Dan Albana, the star running back, 1,962 yards thus far. 30 touchdowns. That is amazing. I can't recall anyone in the East Bay putting up numbers like that in the last 15 or 20 years.
No, it's sort of obscene is what it is, Reza.
Couple receivers, 2 running backs, and here's a handoff to Albana up the middle. A quick opening, but Miramonte did a nice job of shutting down that gap. Still a gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards. Albana, believe it or not, the first time around only had 83 yards in that 41-34 game.
Well, you know, in that first game, I think Doug Longero didn't realize exactly what he had in Albana. I mean, he's loved him as a defensive player the entire time he's been at Los Lomas, but he didn't realize what a talent he was on offense until about the fourth quarter of that game, and that's when he started really running the ball a lot more, and they realized that they could do it with some success. So look for them to go to Albana a lot tonight.
Miramonte showing 5 men at the line of scrimmage. Play action by Luke. Here comes a pressure, and it's tipped the line of scrimmage. Miramonte did a wonderful job of getting in the quarterback's face, and putting a hand on the football was Peter Mitchell, the senior linebacker. And Luke did have an open receiver, but that ball was tipped, therefore went incomplete.
Well, this is just a great play by the Miramonte defense. Got in Luke's face, and that's what they're going to need to do tonight in order to contain his passing ability because he's a gifted thrower.
3rd down and 7 now coming up for the Los Lomas Knights. From their own 23-yard line, the Miramonte defense looking pretty sharp on the first couple plays here tonight. 41-34 the first time. I do believe it's going to be more of a defensive struggle this time around.
I think you're probably right, Reza. Of course, they're playing on turf, which can really change things, so you never know.
Luke going deep, has a man down there. Bebo, his favorite receiver, runs under it, and look out all the way across midfield to about the 42-yard line. Big pitch and catch, and Los Lomas in great shape right now in Miramonte territory.
Well, this is some of the stuff we've been seeing from these guys all year. Luke can really air it out, and Beeble can really run under it, and that's exactly what they did here. They said, hey, Chris, just get under it and make the catch, and that's what he did. Tremendous play. He only had about a step on his defender, really. It was just a perfectly thrown pass.
29-yard pass play. He was knocked out of bounds at the 40, but the officials said he went out of bounds actually at the 49 of Miramonte, so they mark him out of bounds about 10 yards upfield. Nevertheless, a big play for Los Lomas on first down. End around is Tyndall. This is a play they like to use early and often, and Tyndall gets about 9 yards, so about the 41-yard line. Now make it 8, 2nd down and 2. So Los Lomas with a quick spark on offense, and now they come after you with the end around.
They like to run the end around. They've run it quite a bit all year, Reza, and it's had a great deal of success for them, really. Every once in a while, they'll get Tyndall or Beeble out there, and he'll just break one because the defense isn't expecting it. Longero's going to throw the book at him tonight. 2nd down, couple of yards, trip receivers to the far side of the field. There's Luke, the star quarterback under center. Albana, the lone setback. Here's Albana right up the gut. Look out in the open field. Bounces off his own man and all the way down the 30-yard line. A gain of 12 yards. The first big run by Dan Albana, and he gets closer and closer to that 2,000-yard mark. Oh, man, would that be something else? Has anybody done that in high school around here? I mean, that's just sick.
I can't recall, and I've been covering high school football, playing it since the mid-'80s, early 80s.
And you saw on the replay there that Miramonte actually needed some help from Los Lomas to make the tackle on that one.
I actually think a couple of De La Salle backs have been very close, if not reached that plateau. But that's De La Salle.
Right.
First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Play action, Luke on the half roll. Here comes a pressure. Sidesteps one defender, steps up in the pocket, now goes down and goes down hard. Penalty marker also down. A big sack. Applying the big stick was John Woodcox.
That's probably going to be holding, though. Usually when it's back there like that and he's scrambling.
Indeed it is. It's Chuck Clare, our referee, with the signal, holding against Los Lomas. Credit Luke, though, getting out of about 2 or 3 different tackles before he finally came down, stepped in the pocket. Miramonte could very well push him back here because Luke only lost about a couple yards, but with the hold, they'll march him back additional 10 here.
Yeah, I would guess that they're going to march him back because he's going to go back a long way. It's a spot foul. 10 yards from the spot of the flag, and that pushes them way back to midfield.
Wow, here we go.
First down.
You are correct, sir. It's a spot foul, so
Yes.
it's from the spot of the hold, and the ball is all the way back to the 49-yard line. So first down and about a quarter of a mile to Lafayette, which is actually longer than a quarter of a mile.
Boy, that's quite a bit
However,
longer than a quarter of
I'm
a
just
mile.
trying to give you an idea here.
It's
They have
a
to
long
get,
way, folks.
They have to get down
They
to
have
the
a long
20.
way
It's
to
actually
go.
first and 30. Play action. Luke on the half roll. His favorite play. Now fires it all the way across the field. Great open field tackle by the Miramonte defender that time, being Adam Christie
Well, I
on
tell you what,
Beeble, and he really closed ground in a hurry.
he did. Beeble looked like he had some room to run there, and Christie just closed up on him as soon as he caught the ball. The funny thing about this play is Luke actually throws the ball, a good 25 yards, but they only get about 3 yards out of the play. That's probably not exactly what they were looking for on that one.
Only a gain of 4 yards. Looked like that might be a big gainer, but the Miramonte defense stiffened. Now it's second down and about 27 yards to go. So the Matadors, after bending on defense, really have the Knights offense where they want them right now. Again, a half roll. He wants to air it out. Man down there, Beeble, and he overshot him. Good one-on-one coverage by Miramonte's Jake Albini. And Albini that time stride for stride with the number one receiver, Beeble, of the Los Lomas Knights.
Beeble is not especially fast. He's got good speed, but he's not really going to blow anybody away. He just runs really good routes. He runs a very crisp pattern, and he's always right where the ball is supposed to be. They have great communication, he and Luke do. So that's why I think they're the top passer and catcher in the area.
With that hold, that really put Los Lomas out of their game plan because Albano was not able to be a factor in the last 2 or 3 plays, and now it's third down and a whole lot. Miramonte really playing that bend but don't break defense here. Play action on third down and a whole lot. Luke airs it out. Man open. It's Brent Tyndall, but he overshot him. Tyndall had a step or two once again on the defensive back on Miramonte, Jake Albini.
Yeah, Tyndall had the opening there. He had some distance behind the defensive back, but Luke, that's 2 throws in a row that he's just overshot his receiver. He's going to have to calm down a little bit if they want to stay in this game.
So Luke was able to connect on one long play in that first series, but that holding call really came back to haunt Los Lomas. Now it's fourth down. The Knights will have to punt the ball away as Beeble, the receiver, will stay in the game as a punter. Now Miramonte counters with 2 return men, and they are Eric Carey and Sekai Greer. 2 dangerous return men. A high snap, a dangerous one. Beeble gets it away.
There's a flag down
Fair
now.
catch called for and made by Miramonte down inside the 20 at about the 16-yard line, but a penalty marker down. And this could be, I would guess, a legal man downfield perhaps. I just missed the call by the official. Let's wait and see.
It could have been. It could have been roughing the kicker too. I didn't see it. It's back in that area.
I think it's a legal man downfield because it was a high snap and it took the punter maybe an extra second or 2
Yeah,
to
it's
get
possible.
the ball away. And that usually is a call on those kind of plays. Once again, Chuck Clare with the call.
Got illegal procedure here.
Illegal procedure against Los Lomas. Miramonte will make them punt the ball away. Beeble actually got away. Pretty good punt inside the 20. So the Mats will make him do it again.
Yeah, when you've got return men like Carey and Greer, you always want another shot at a return.
This time a much better snap. Miramonte gets a pretty good rush on the punter. Short, but takes a nice bounce on that AstroTurf down to the 25-yard line. So the Mats actually gain about 8 yards on that turn of events. Tyndall downs at the 25, and that Miramonte offense, also a high-powered offense, although the Matadors have really been relying on their defense since that first game of the season where Miramonte lost. Their 10-game win streak, no team has scored more than 1 touchdown in a game against the Matadors, and that's a pretty outstanding mark.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, after a team scored 50 points, Vintage High School of Napa, after that, Miramonte's defense, they made some adjustments. Since that week number 1 matchup, the defense has not allowed more than 1 touchdown per game.
Well,
amazing.
The Los Lomas game.
Gillen intercepted
Oh,
on the first
goodness.
play, tipped and intercepted
Tyndall.
by Los Lomas. Brent Tyndall comes up with it on a freaky play. Pass was intended for more.
Let's see what happens here, Reza.
Devin Wright, I believe.
Gillen actually throws a pretty nice pass. It just hung up a little bit. And Tyndall was opportunistic, got his hand in there, popped it up in the air, and caught it on his back. That's a great individual effort by Brent Tyndall.
And great camera work by our crew as well.
Kudos.
So Las Lomas gets a ball, first down and 10 to the 30-yard line. A great opportunity for the Knights.
Well,
8:28 left to go first quarter.
That punt was their best offensive play yet.
I formation look, couple receivers to the near side. Albana right up the gut. He goes nowhere. Good defense by the Matadors, swarming to the football. Spearheading the charge for the Mats that time was John Spielman, a senior defensive lineman.
Well, Reza, I got to believe that Floyd Burnside has told his kids, don't let Dan Albana beat you. I mean, the games that Albana has had of late, a couple of 300-yard games, 200-yard games, 4 touchdown games, they don't want to let him beat them. So look for Luke to have to carry a bulk of the load tonight on the offensive side of the ball for Las Lomas.
Split backfield formation. That's Tyndall in motion from left to right. Short drop. Luke to throw. Fires it, and he overshot his intended receiver into triple coverage.
Quadruple coverage? Is that even a thing?
Perhaps.
Wow. He's
Beeble,
really
the intended receiver. And you're right, he's got the pregame jitters, or the early game jitters, I should say, because he's putting a lot of mustard in that football right now.
Oh, yeah, this ball was humming. It would have gone right through Beeble if he had caught it in his chest. But it just sailed high. That's 3 he's thrown really high tonight so far.
Luke certainly has the best arm I've seen in a high school quarterback in an awful long time, maybe ever in the East Bay in the last 10 or 15 years. I have not seen a quarterback with this kind of arm. He is a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, he is. He's got the size to go on to the next level, too. What, 6'5", something like that? He's a big guy.
Third down and 9. Luke on the rollout. Looking, has a man complete. Beeble, first down, then some. And he's smacked down at about the 17-yard line. A big third down conversion. And that's going to be a first down for the Las Lomas Knights. And credit the quarterback rolling out, giving himself some time, and picking up that big first down.
He's not a running quarterback, Reza, but he is a mobile quarterback, and I think there's an important difference. He can roll around. You see the overthrow there. But on that last play, he did a great job of rolling out, staying away from pressure, and then putting the ball right on the money.
First down at the 16-yard line. The Las Lomas Knights knocking on Miramonte's door right now. 3 receivers to the far side, 7:14 and counting left to go first quarter. Luke pumps it once, now brings it near side. Beeble, the intended receiver. Good defense again by Miramonte. The Matadors are good tacklers. That's what they're showing us tonight.
Looks like a flag on that one. I think it might have been an illegal block there, Reza.
Mike Cruz in on the stop. But the Matadors, sure tacklers. We have not seen a whole lot of broken tackles early on this football game.
No, and that's why they've done such a great job of keeping teams out of the end zone, is they don't give them a second or a third chance. If they get a hand on you, you're pretty much going down.
Another penalty right now against Las Lomas, and that has been the story thus far here
On the
tonight.
offense, first down.
The Knights have had no problem moving the ball against Miramonte's tough defense, but once they get close, penalties have really come back to haunt them.
Ouch. Yeah, that's twice in a row that they've had a big penalty when they were finally getting something going.
And it was a clip call.
Yeah, that's a pretty obvious one out there in the
Dormier, the culprit that time. First down from the 30-yard line. 24 yards to go. They need to go to the 7-yard line to pick up a first and goal. Miramonte defense showing 5 men at the line of scrimmage. Play action fake. Luke to throw. Looking for Beeble. Now comes to the near side. Almost intercepted. And Miramonte read that screenplay like a book. Great defensive play by Peter Mitchell. We've called his name a couple times already.
Yeah, I'm maybe a little bit surprised I didn't see a flag on that play. It looked like Mitchell got there a little bit early and got Albana's arm.
Yeah, it looked like if he would have played the ball, he might have been still running.
No, he clearly got there too soon. That ball wasn't tipped or anything. I'm surprised that the officials didn't throw a flag.
And he treated Albana like a rag doll. Do you see that?
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
And how?
He'll pay. Albana will make him pay.
Yeah, he'll remember that.
No doubt, yeah. He won't forget that one. Yeah, he's clearly there too early. Somebody should have thrown a flag on that. You can see the official.
I don't
maybe
know if that was a catchable ball, though, either. But
it looked like he got a hand on it.
Yeah.
I think anything that close, you got to jerk the flag.
Second down and a whole bunch. Trip receivers to the near side. Luke straight back in the pocket. Here's pressure. Gets out of the pressure just for a minute, though. Penalty marker down. That might be face mask against Miramonte. Sacked by John Woodcox, junior linebacker. I do believe this might be a face mask against the Matadors.
Well, that would be a shame for John Woodcock because he did a terrific job all by himself of getting to Luke, and then if he had to use the face mask to get him down, that's a big mistake.
We got a hold
It's a
here.
hold.
Oh, a hold.
Wow. Miramonte's going to decline this one for sure.
Well, Las Lomas is just self-destructing on offense here.
And there's Coach Floyd Burnstead in his 18th year at Miramonte. 3 North Coast Section championships, trying to make it 4 tonight.
He's been here before. He knows what to do. He knows what it takes. It's just a matter of if his kids can follow his lead.
The 1983 Miramonte Matadors beat the De La Salle Spartans en route to win the North Coast Section title. Very impressive.
Very nice. Were you on that team, Reza?
I was a sophomore.
I knew there was a reason you knew that.
Well, just very impressive. Anytime you could beat De La Salle en route to winning a North Coast Section championship. By the time I got out of high school, they decided De La Salle was too big to play in the 2A. So they brought them up in the 3A ranks, and now they're all the way up in the 4A ranks.
Yeah, they're in that super division.
What they were doing in the 2A back then, I don't know.
Beating people up, mostly.
That was ridiculous. I mean, they were the best team back then. They stuck them in the 2A ranks.
Well, you know, those divisions are based on school size, and their school isn't that big, but boy, they're good.
Miramonte does make them go back. Face max that time for sure. Luke gets away
and gets
pummeled. Some hard hitting, and I think 2 Miramonte defenders hit each other and nearly knocked each other out. It was Cruz alongside Miramonte, and guess who got in the backfield? I believe it was John Spielman again, and Spielman might be the culprit on the face mask.
Let's see what
And
the
they're
call
going
is
to march
here.
it off 5
We have a
yards from the
face
end of the
mask
play.
on the defense.
We just missed
the face mask.
Face mask, but watch us hit between 2 Miramonte defenders. Woo!
It looks like Luke just ducked under that one. It looked kind of like a Three Stooges play. Yeah, there's the face mask. You can see that's clearly incidental contact. He was just trying to make the tackle. But nonetheless, that's against the rules.
2nd down, 30 yards to go. Trip receivers to the far side. Albano, the running back, the lone setback behind Luke. He gets it right up the gut. A quick gaping hole in the open field. Still on his feet. He might go all the way. The 15, the 10, the 5, all the way down to the 3-yard line. A first down for Las Lomas. A gain of 34 yards.
You knew it was just a matter of time, Reza. Wow. This is a gutsy call by Doug Longero to give Albana the ball up the gut on that play. He even has to contend with an official in the middle of the field there. And he just breaks tackles. That's just a terrific run by Albana.
Peter Mitchell just was swatted away like a fly.
The whiff.
Well, I don't know if it was a whiff, but he tried to tackle him, and Albana just said, no way, sir.
Well, Doug Longero says that Dan Albana is the strongest kid on his team. And there's some evidence of it right there, just swatting guys away.
Great leverage. That was very impressive. He's not that big, only 190, but he's plays like
so
he's 230.
Strong. And he's determined. He hates it when people tackle him.
He has 30 touchdowns in the season. He would like nothing better than to make that 31 right now. 1st and goal from the 3. Albana with a toss. Actually, it's not a toss, a handoff, and he gets cut down behind the line of scrimmage. Great open field tackle by Miramonte again. John Woodcox dropped him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, this is a terrific effort by Woodcox to get Albana by the legs. Albana doesn't usually go down on that sort of contact. He'll run right through those kind of tackles, but just a great job of getting his head across the body and keeping Albana from getting away from him.
Miramonte has had the ball for 1 play in this football game. 4:30 and counting left to go in this first quarter. Las Lomas has had the ball for about 20 plays to Miramonte's 1.
And the amazing thing is there's no score.
2nd down and goal, 5-yard line, full house backfield. Luke up the middle. He's going to go in the end zone. Touchdown from 4 yards out. Saw a hole in that Miramonte defense and just took care of business himself.
Sometimes, maybe if you can see it on the replay here, sometimes the quarterback will just see an opening in the middle of the defense when you get down close like that, and he'll just tap the center. And only he and the center are the 2 guys on the field that know that play is going straight up the gut. And it looked like that was the play that they ran there. That's good instincts by Brian Luke on the touchdown.
Point after try up coming here. Beeble will put it down. Snap, spot, kick. It is up, and it is good. Thanks in part to Richie Spladell. It's 7-0 Los Lomas, 4:16 left to go, first quarter of play in the North Coast Section 2A championship game. So that interception on Miramonte's first offensive play proves to be very costly. Los Lomas once again self-destructs on offense. However, they get themselves back in it thanks in part to a huge run by Albana.
Yeah, Albana's been their saving grace all year, and he was again on that drive. And you saw that the only two people moving on the field were the center and the quarterback, because it looked like Luke saw an opening, and he went for it. And it's a testament to Luke's smarts as a football player that Longero gives him that leeway to make those calls and go for that sort of play.
The Matadors, trailing 7-0, will get the football back.
See if they can hold it for more than one play this time, huh?
And that Miramonte defense has to be very tired right about now. They've been on the field for the entire first quarter.
And they take a pounding, too. Los Lomas has got a bunch of big guys, and they come at you with a full head of steam. These kids are going to be tired after this game.
It's a real shame because Miramonte's defense got out to such a great start.
Really, yeah. They held them twice, really. They had one breakdown, and that was the Albana run for a first down.
Spadell will kick it off. A low squibber. Fielded.
Get in there, get out. Get in and get out.
By Miramonte's Greer. And up the middle he comes. Off the races. Look out. They're not going to get him. Miramonte could tie this up. The 20, the 10, the 5. Sekai Greer, touchdown, Matadors.
Wow.
Back and forth we go.
They've still only had the ball for one play on offense, Reza, and it's tied. Well, it might be tied 7-7 after this.
Point after
unbelievable.
Unbelievable play by Sekai Greer, and Miramonte's right back in this one.
Boy, they completely thwarted the Los Lomas strategy there, which is squib kick it because it's hard to handle that negates a return. Greer didn't have any trouble fielding that ball and just ran it right back up the middle.
The only problem of kicking that ball in turf like that, it gets a great roll and it just keeps on picking up speed.
He got a really true hop off of that turf.
Got some good blocks and he showed his speed.
Yeah. Well, he is fast.
And once he got in the open field, you're right. There was no way to catch him.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to catch that guy.
Miramonte on for the point after try. This time it'll be tried by Brett Vibach. Snap, high one. The kick it is up. It is good. And we are knotted up at 7, 4:04 left to go first quarter. Sekai Greer. Here's a replay. 80 yards on that return.
Well, he doesn't have to do much. He got a couple of nice blocks, one little move there, switches the ball over, and just starts running. And Sekai Greer can run. That's one thing he can certainly do. And he shows you just some of his breakaway speed here. There was nobody on the Los Lomas team that was even going to have a prayer of catching up to him.
And Los Lomas has to be stunned right now.
Reeling.
And Matadors respond with a great special teams play after giving up a touchdown on defense.
This is everything that we hoped for, isn't it?
And then some.
Yeah, and it's still the first quarter. This is great.
And you're right, the Miramonte offense still has registered only one play from scrimmage.
And that was an interception, and they're tied 7-7.
And another great kick in the end zone again. Automatic touchback as Beeble's back foot hit the end zone.
Boy, you think Chris Beeble wanted to do something with that?
End zone line, yes.
Yeah. You know, he was trying to keep it out of the end zone. He wanted to show folks what he can do on the run back, but, boy, hard to equal that effort by Greer.
Well, this time the Los Lomas offense needs to go 80 yards until they reach the end zone.
Now, maybe I should mention now, this would be a good time. I should have dropped it in a little bit sooner. Sekai Greer's dad, Mike Greer, was actually a Raider. So, you know, he comes
I did not know that.
He comes from football blood.
A football family.
Yeah, it runs in the family.
It shows.
Yeah, clearly.
So Los Lomas a bit upset right now. 7-7. They have 3 receivers in the game. Albana the lone setback. Luke to throw, and he guns it complete to Tyndall, who now drops it. I think he started to run without the football. And what a great throw, once again, by Brian Luke. That is a big league throw. You don't see that much better in the NFL.
Boy, that ball was whistling when it came over
Look
the
at that,
sideline.
folks.
Yeah. I wonder if
Tyndall just turned the corner without
just tried to turn without the ball. Yeah. Don't forget the ball.
2nd down and 10. from the 20-yard line. Two tight ends in the game. Albana, the lone setback behind Luke. And that's Brent Tyndall, the wide receiver, in motion. They fake the handoff. Luke the throw. Complete. Dropped.
Jeez.
Hard hit put on by Cruz. And we've seen a lot of drops in the first quarter. Very uncharacteristic of the Los Lomas Knights. Stephen Domir that time had the ball go in and out of his hands.
Yeah, Lucas finally brought his throw down a little bit. He threw some high earlier, and he's getting him down where the receivers can catch him, and now they're not doing it. That's got to be a little frustrating for him.
Mike Cruz really
Pow.
let Domir know that, hey, catch it or not,
Yeah.
I want to hit you and hit you hard.
That might have been part of the reason that Domir didn't catch it. Sometimes you hear those footsteps.
And Coach Floyd Burnstead saying, I like that kind of defense.
Yeah, that's a good hit. That's the way we coach them.
That's right. 3rd down and 10. Miramonte showing 5 men on the line of scrimmage on defense. Split backfield formation. Luke straight back in the pocket. Looking, fires it downfield. No one's going to be there. Woo. And now a late flag out of nowhere. I'm not sure that was a real catchable ball. One-on-one coverage by Adam Christie. Perhaps he grabbed the hand of the Los Lomas receiver, Chris Beeble, and that could be devastating for Miramonte.
Pass interference on green.
Oh, you're going to hear about this
Woo!
one because that is sort of
Hey,
a
look
shady
at
call.
Coach Floyd shaking his head.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe it. We don't believe it. His wife, Carolyn Burns, in the background doesn't believe it.
Yeah, let's see if we can. Well, you even know the coach's wife. No, yeah, that didn't look like an. I guess
see
it was
again.
close to being a catchable ball.
Yeah,
But
I don't
it
know
looked
what
like
the
they were
referee
also
saw.
both just playing the ball and jockeying for position, Reza. I don't think that's
Oh.
really pass interference.
Yeah, I don't know what they saw. Second down. Make that 1st down and 10, 35-yard line. Just what Los Lomas needed. Some help.
Yeah, you don't want to give Los
7-7.
Lomas another chance because they'll make you pay for it.
High formation, Albana. He gets it up the middle, and he goes nowhere. Maybe a yard or two. I have been very impressed thus far, for the most part, with this Miramonte defense.
Well, their
They-
defensive front, the holes are opening, and then they're just closing them up right away.
The linebackers are doing a wonderful job
They
of
are.
filling in
They're
those
filling
holes.
really well. But you can see
3:25 and counting left to go
on
first
just
quarter.
about every play, they've got 7 or 8 guys in the box. They're leaving their corners and safeties out on little islands, and so far it hasn't hurt them too much.
A lot of penalties, a lot of throws, and that's why we've had such a long first quarter. 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard gain. 2 receivers flank out to the far side. Tyndall now in motion. Up the middle they come, and this time they give it to the fullback, being Todd Rowe, and Rowe legs his way to the 40-yard line, and he'll be about 5 yards shy of the 1st down. A 3-yard gain, 3rd down and 5 upcoming here for Los Lomas.
Longero will throw that one in there, once or twice a game, give it to the fullback. It's fairly rare. But Rowe does a good job of just punching the ball straight ahead. He's not going to break away from anybody, though, not like Dan Albana.
3rd and 5, big play for Los Lomas. Miramonte needs a hold on defense here. Los Lomas would like nothing better than to keep this drive going. Luke under center, play action. Half roll, has a man. Albana, a wonderful catch all the way to midfield. 10-yard gain and a 1st down for Los Lomas.
Albana doesn't drop passes. Flat out, I don't think I've seen him drop a pass that has been anywhere near his body all year. That's just another part of his complete package. That's a great catch by Albana because it wasn't an especially catchable ball.
He is simply a wonderful football player.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. That's
I
why
was
he's
reading earlier
first
this
team
week-
All-League.
Early this week I was reading he's going to try to play up at UC Davis.
I heard that, yeah. You know what? And they would be fortunate to have him. I'm surprised that some other teams didn't look past the size and say, hey, this guy's a good football player.
3 receivers and Albana who gets a call, and he goes nowhere.
Wow.
A tough Miramonte defense again. Spearheading the charge, Matt Miramonte. Senior linebacker with a big stick that time. And Miramonte nearly knocks down his own player. After the play, he's still fired up. Peter Mitchell nearly went down on his rear end.
Well, Reza, Matt Maimoney's been knocking people down all year. We've been talking about this all-league team for the Diablo Foothill Athletic League. Matt Maimoney is a starting linebacker on the first team. So
Surprise, surprise.
yeah, not really.
With hits like that,
Yeah.
it's no wonder.
Yeah. The defensive lineman Evan Rodriguez of Miramonte also on the first team. So that explains in part why they're so good against Albana up front.
Second down and 10. Trip receivers to the far side. Miramonte showing blitz, and here they come. He pumps it once. Now he's going to go down. He's going to go down hard, and the ball is loose. Miramonte apparently has it. He did not see the blitz coming. Luke did not see it. Miramonte has recovered the football.
Is that Big Peter Mitchell? Boy, he came in off the corner.
Big Pierre Mitchell and Sam Trees with a fumble recovery, and the Matadors cause a huge turnover. 1:01 left to go.
Well, you got it right, Reza. Luke never saw him coming, and he just gets walloped here.
They were coming
and Mitchell
from both
does
sides.
a good job of playing the ball. He knows he's going to get the sack, so he swats at the ball to go for the turnover, and that's exactly what he got.
Miramonte's second play from scrimmage does not get under way of fumble, actually.
And they jumped. So
this is unbelievable.
The offense isn't exactly clicking so far.
1:01 left to go in the quarter. Miramonte with their second offensive play. And the first one turned out to be an interception that Los Lomas turned into a touchdown.
An interception, and now they jumped. So far, they're 0 for 2 on their offensive plays.
Maybe they should keep the defense out there.
No, the defense is, I don't know if they're going to score many points, but they're certainly doing a good job against the Los Lomas offense.
So Mark Gillen, the junior quarterback phenom, on the field right now for Miramonte. I formation. He goes straight back in the pocket. Now he's pressured, and he goes down. A sack by Los Lomas, and the fans are going nuts across the way. Big old number 55, Jeremy Salenti, with the sack for the Los Lomas Knights all the way back to the 42-yard line.
Well, Salenti came. He actually had to go a long way to make that sack. Came all the way around the outside, and Gillen stepped up into the pocket, and then he didn't have anywhere to go. Didn't quite get the protection he needed on that play.
A loss of a dozen. Second down, 22. 25 seconds and counting left to go. A couple receivers, a couple running backs, and a tight end in the game for Miramonte. Here's a handoff to the near side. And going nowhere for the Matadors is David Hung. Hung might have been lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. This could very well be the final play of the first quarter.
Yeah, he kind of got hung out there on his own, didn't he?
No pun intended.
No, I absolutely intended that pun. I was like, come on.
End of the first quarter. North Coast Section 2A Finals. It's been a dandy thus far. 7-7 our score. We'll be back right after this.
Tonight's AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation from Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria in Walnut Creek. Located in the Encina Grande Shopping Center, Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria has classic Italian pastas, gourmet pizzas, and a family atmosphere. Locally owned and operated by Rocco Bialy and family, Rocco's is a great place to go after the game. Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, voted the best pizza in Contra Costa by the readers of the Contra Costa Times. And by Paramount Technology of Concord, located behind Tower Records. Paramount Technology has been selling and fixing computers for more than 6 years. With in-house customer service and repairs.
Back to action here at Diablo Valley College. 7-7 our score. The second quarter about to get underway. Pressure again. Hunsucker with a reception, and in the open field gets by Beeble to the near side. Good speed. It's no wonder he's a first-team All-Leaguer. Big first-down play for Miramonte.
Well, that was a first-team All-Leaguer against a first-team All-Leaguer there. Hunsucker against Beeble. And Hunsucker showed the burners there. He had some space here. The ball is delivered well, and then he puts a nice move on Beeble, gets him on his heels, and just takes off running. Beeble to his credit, did a good job of staying with him and chasing him down.
Miramonte now, first down and 10, 29-yard line.
That's their first good offensive play.
That's their first down of the game. Yeah. And it comes in the second quarter on the initial play. 11:51 left to go. Second quarter of play. Miramonte now. Here's Hung.
Whoa.
And he goes down. Albana with a big stick.
You know, Albana's first-team defense in the DFAL as well, Russ.
Shocker.
And that's why. Well, he puts a shot on Hung here. Bang, he came free up the middle. Nobody got a shoulder pad on him, and he put his pads on Hung.
Only a 1-yard gain by Miramonte. Second down and 9. The Matadors send one receiver to the far side. Hunsucker split out to the near side, the short side. I formation look for Miramonte. And the Los Lomas Knights showing us 7 men. The line of scrimmage, they might be coming here. Now they shift over. Here they come on the blitz. Gillen to throw. Man open. This might be a touchdown. Hunsucker in the end zone. Matadors score again.
Wow.
27-yard pass play.
That was a perfect throw, Reza. You can't put a ball in a better place for a receiver on a route like that. And as a receiver, you just love to see those balls coming your way because you know they're going to hit you in stride, and it's off to the races.
Matadors now will try to take a 7-point lead. Vibach in for the point after. Murray to put it down. The snap, the spot, the kick, it is up, and it is good. So Josh Hunsucker with 2 huge receptions in that drive. Miramonte has scored to take a 14-7 lead at the 11:05 mark of the second quarter.
Wow. Boy, this is exactly everything it was
Built
made
up
out to be, yeah. See if we can get a look at this play on the replay. You see Gillen has nice protection and just throws a pretty ball there to Hunsucker. Hunsucker actually had to reach around behind him to make that play. I'm surprised he was still moving full speed. That's a great effort by Hunsucker. And a little spin in the end zone. Spin the ball, spin yourself. Try not to get too dizzy, though, because you still got to play the rest of the game.
And he still's got to play a little defense, too.
That's right.
And Coach Floyd says that's just the way we designed those
Doesn't
plays.
he look happy? He looks ecstatic.
That was the old 93 play, the post, the wide receiver. I still remember those plays, the 90 series.
Hi-yo.
From the 40-yard line,
You must have been
Miramonte
a
will
receiver,
kick the ball.
huh?
Quarterback.
You were a quarterback?
Backup quarterback, that's
Uh-huh.
right. Good kick by Miramonte. It's going to go in the end zone. 3 kickoffs for the Matadors, 3 touchbacks. Very impressively done. Los Lomas will have the ball first down and 10, 20-yard line.
Todd Rowe is impressing me with his leg tonight. He can really boot it.
He is very impressive.
So
The Matadors have been very impressive.
yeah, absolutely.
The Knights have not been too far behind, though.
No. These two teams are just going to slug it out all night.
But the Matadors thus far have been impressive on offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, and so far, Los Lomas has only been especially impressive on offense. Of course, they haven't had that many plays on defense.
They have not been so impressive with their penalties, though.
No, the penalties are hurting them. They're going to have to clean that up if they want to stay in this game with Miramonte.
They fake the end around. Actually, they give the ball, and the handoff on the end around. Kendall off the races. He might go all the way. One last man, and they bring him down the 30-yard line, a 50, make that a 40-yard gain, make that a 50-yard gain, pardon my math.
We'll make it a 50-yard gain.
50 yards on the end around.
Did you notice who ran him down from behind? It was the guy that ran back the kick. Wasn't that Greer?
Might have been Greer, might have even been Adam Christie, number 11 as well.
Boy, Miramonte's got some team speed, huh? There were 3 guys that were pursuing Tyndall there.
Officially 48 yards on that handoff to the wide receiver, and that'll get you right back into the groove here. 14-7 they trail, but again, they're knocking on the door. 10:40 left to go until the intermission. I formation look, one receiver out to the far side, one receiver out to the near side. And Brian Luke, the star quarterback under center, short drop, he pumps it once, has a man down there, it's Beeble against one-on-one coverage, and he overshot him by a half a yard. Number 11 against number 11, Adam Christie, step for step with him that time.
Well, there was a lot of contact on this play, more so than on the pass interference call earlier, and no flag was thrown. So it's a little Jekyll and Hyde officiating down there right now.
That's right, because on one play on the last series, there was no contact. We saw a pass interference call. That time perhaps should have been some kind of a hold or illegal chuck, and we saw nothing called.
Yeah, they were banging around down there, but to be honest, I like the non-call better than the call, Reza. I think that you just let them play because they were both playing for the ball there. There was no foul intended. And,
perhaps it was a makeup call.
What's that?
Perhaps it was a makeup call from the last time.
Well, you're not supposed to do that as an official, but maybe you're right.
First down, make that second down and 10. They flip-flop the tight end from right to left. 2 receivers to the near side. Might be Albana time here. Indeed it is. Up the middle, Albana twisting and turning his way, running through tacklers. Look at him go. First down run. How impressive is that? And it makes you wonder, why have we not seen more runs like that or more plays to give him those opportunities.
Well, I think, Reza, that you kind of hit on it earlier, that the penalties are the reason that we haven't seen more plays from Albana. When you're faced with 3rd and 40, you're not going to really run the ball up the gut too much. And that's
Although when they did it, he got him a big first down.
First down. Yeah, so.
But also
what
credit
the
the
heck am I
Miramonte
talking
defense.
about? What do I know?
But no, you're right, though. But also the Miramonte defense, for the most part, has been up to the task on defense. But if you pound him enough, he'll get you those yards.
Yeah.
Again, Albana cuts it back inside. That great vision. He saw nothing to the outside, came back inside, still didn't get a whole lot there. And Matt Miramonte.
Miramonte is a terrific
Number
player.
45, he is.
He doesn't miss many tackles. If he touches the guy first, he wants to bring him down. There's another guy that's on the first team, big 54, Mr. Shear from Los Lomas.
Mike Shear. Obviously, he was one of the best linemen entering this year in the East Bay, and certainly has lived up to his billing.
Yeah,
absolutely. And very quiet because we talk about the Albanas, we talk about the Lukes, the Beebles, the Domirs.
Linemen don't ever get any credit.
But Mike Shear has been a solid performer all season long.
Yeah, don't think Dan Albana doesn't appreciate it, because he does. He talks about his line off after every game.
2nd down, nearly 10 yards. Couple receivers flanked out to the near side. Luke to throw. Beeble. Great open field tackle made by Miramonte's Adam Christie, the senior defensive back. And that's been quite a battle all night long. Number 11 against number 11.
And a demonstrative tackle. I like the way he denies anything. A little gesticulating there on the sideline.
Miramonte leads 14-7. 9 minutes left to go into the second quarter. Luke running over the sidelines on virtually every play. He's got to be tired. This is a huge field here. I mean, all fields are the same, but just looks like a big field.
Well, that's the same thing we saw from Ignacio Valley. Their quarterback ran to the sideline. Max Green ran to the sideline between every play. And man, if they do that, Luke's going to be burnt out by the end of the game.
3rd down and 5. Big play for Los Lomas. Trip receivers to the far side. Luke to throw. Has a man, the big tight end. Inside the 10, 1st and goal. And is complete to Clint Burrell. 6'5", 215-pound junior tight end.
Well, they do not run a play to the tight end very often. Usually he's in there as a blocker. And Burrell, when he gets his chances, he makes the most of them. Nice catch. And way to just hold on to the ball.
1st down and goal to go at the 4-yard line. And if you're Los Lomas, you're thinking this is Dan Albana time. Just give him the ball a couple times, and you would think he can get the ball in the end zone. But that Miramonte defense has been pretty tough. Good battle coming up.
He's only got, 30 touchdowns this year?
30 touchdowns, going for 31, and he's only a few yards away from the 2,000-yard mark as well. Albana up the middle, bounces off tackles, makes it look easy. Touchdown, Los Lomas. 4 yards. His 31st touchdown of the season. And now Los Lomas a point after away from knotting this thing up. Back and forth we go. And the fans across the way very loud. Look at that packed bleachers all the way along the far side. A lot of folks from Los Lomas and Walnut Creek have made it out here.
A lot of folks from Miramonte have made it out here. This side of the field is pretty full, too. They should have had this game at the Coliseum, darn it.
Snap spot kick, it is up, and it is good. And we are tied up at 14. 7:56 left to go. So the fireworks have been displayed here in the second quarter. Both teams a little conservative, maybe a little tense in that first quarter, but they have settled down in the second quarter, and really the shades of that 41-34 game.
Yeah, they've loosened
up.
up.
The year.
Yeah, this could be just a score fest tonight. Neither defense is really doing much to hold the other team, and Miramonte is all about defense. More touchdowns than they've given up in a long time already. Albana runs through his own guy, runs through everybody else's guys.
Broke a couple tackles. You know, it's fun to watch him on some of his best runs. We've seen him play about 3 or 4 times this year, and on some plays we've seen him break 9 tackles.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
He breaks the tackle of every guy on the defense sometimes.
Look at all the markers he's got on his helmet.
Yeah, well,
he looks like he's got a completely different helmet than everyone else.
I've said this before, but I think Dan Albana gains more yards running backwards than any running back I've ever seen. He refuses to go down. He'll spin, and then he'll continue to drive his legs until something opens up, and he feels the pressure lighten up and spins again and takes off.
That's a very good point.
He's just so much fun to watch, Reza.
Indeed he is. Miramonte back to receive this kick. The Matadors counter with 3 return men. A low squibber, and it's fielded by one of the up men for the Matadors.
Who smartly falls down.
The 42-yard line. It was big old number 75, Blake Hopkins, a junior offensive lineman. Miramonte gets the ball in good shape, and pretty smart of Los Lomas not kicking the ball deep, because they did that once already, and the Matadors ran it back the other way.
Scorched. That was pretty funny, though, Reza. I think the coaches probably told him, hey, you might get the ball, catch it, fall down. And that's exactly what he did.
From the 39-yard line, the Miramonte Matadors with the football in a tie football game, 14-14. Miramonte with a unique look on offense, an end around on their own for the match. Cameron Lacey slipped on the turf as he tried to cut the ball back inside. Might have gained a yard or 2 out to the 40. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
When you don't play on turf all the time, it takes some getting used to. The footing is just a little bit different. Your cleats don't dig in. You're just wearing turf shoes. And he's got a lot of tape on his shoes, too. That can't help.
No, not on turf.
It's going to make the footing a little unsure for him all night.
A little moist out there, too.
Yeah.
There's a fog. It's a bit of a fog here tonight. Hung spins his way, his best Dan Albana impersonation. Penalty marker down. Likely will be against Miramonte, some kind of illegal motion. And here's our referee with the call.
We got illegal procedure. Okay.
Mr. Clare says that is indeed the case, and Coach Floyd Burnstead says,
Darn
we don't like those.
Those aren't good.
Yeah.
It's not the way we drew that one up. Well, so far tonight, I think the big thing that's been lacking for Miramonte is a running game. They haven't really been able to grind out any yards on the ground. The one touchdown that they did score on offense was largely Gillen to Hunsucker, and that was pretty much the whole story in that drive. They haven't been able to get much on the ground at all against Los Lomas' front.
2nd down and 9, 40-yard line. The Matadors send one receiver out to the far side, the left side. One receiver, Hunsucker, out to the near side, the right side. High formation look. They fake the handoff. Gillen to throw. Has a man, Greer, and he overshot him. Threw it off his back foot, and applying the heat that time was Borrell for Los Lomas, and Gillen had to throw the ball before he wanted to. 4th down now, and the Matadors will have to punt the ball away.
Gillen missed a huge opportunity on this play. Ryan Ellis, a linebacker, was out covering Hunsucker on the near side.
Wow.
And that's just an enormous mismatch.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I looked down there. I saw number 42 out there on the corner, and that's dangerous anytime you've got an all-league receiver out there.
Beeble back to receive. This punt by Miramonte. A decent kick. It might get a good roll. Penalty marker down. It gets a very good roll. Inside the 20. Still going. Down to the 14-yard line. That's where Miramonte will down it, but a penalty marker down to the 35-yard line. Lacey downs it for the Matadors.
There wasn't anybody over there. How can there be a penalty?
That's a good observation.
There's absolutely nobody in that area of the field. I don't
That's
know.
actually what I'm thinking, too. Well away from the action.
We got illegal participation here.
Oh. Well, maybe someone was very late running off the field.
Illegal participation?
That means there's 12 men on the field.
Okay.
That means there's too many football players on the field.
And now there are about
Instead
4
of
coaches
11,
on the field, too.
Instead of 11, there was 12 or perhaps even 13. And so the Matadors might just take this one because it got a good roll.
Yeah, they did actually get a good kick away.
And the Matadors will decline it. Unless it might turn into a 1st down for Miramonte, which I doubt.
That would be sort of
because they still
sort
need
of a
9
long
yards.
penalty.
What's going to happen here? Let's wait and see. Is the Miramonte offense coming back on the field? I don't think so.
I don't see Gillen out there.
That's a 1st down.
Oh, my.
Oh, what?
As I like to say, oh, my.
Oh,
it
my.
is a 1st down. What a breakdown by Los Lomas. That, in essence, is a turnover, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what that is, Reza. They just turned the ball over by being dumb.
Oh, my goodness. Now Miramonte gets the ball at the 45-yard line, a free possession here. Los Lomas should have the ball at the 15. They don't. Miramonte now has it at the 45-yard line. Don't be surprised if they go big here. They tried to. But pressure on the quarterback again, and Gillen just does not have time. Applying the heat that time for the Los Lomas Knights, Jeremy Salenti.
And the ball was actually out there where it looked like Greer might be able to catch it a little bit low. He was trying to catch it off his shoe tops. Tough play to make. But like you said, Reza, just too much pressure. Salenti is right up in his face. That wasn't an especially good job of blocking by big number 72, Brandon Hornberger there. He kind of let his guy go a little bit too soon.
Miramonte at that time with a little trap block, and you're right. A couple of linemen missed their assignments, and it showed. Gillen, straight back, trying to set the screen. He does. Hung, has some blockers, hurdles over a tackle, but only gets to about the 39. A gain of 6, nevertheless. 3rd down and 4 upcoming at the 39. The Matadors putting themselves in decent shape to convert here on 3rd down.
Well, like you said, they set up the screen, and Clint Burrell, I think, sniffed it out, but there were too many guys to block him, and he does a great job of fighting through blockers and gets over to make the play anyway.
And his own man made the tackle, number 72 for Miramonte. Brandon Hornberger got in the way. Hung had to leap him, and by the time he did, he came down on his knee.
Eesh, we're giving Hornberger too much bad press. Let's not talk about that anymore.
3rd down and 4. Miramonte with a run, hung up the gut. He picks it up. He's going to be very close. A gutsy call by Coach Floyd.
Yeah, considering they haven't done much on the ground thus far, this is a great call.
I think he's in 2-down territory here, so he decided I'll get 2 runs out of this, and Hung got it on the first try.
And Hung just blasted into the back of his own guy and looked like he picked up the necessary yardage. You gonna measure
Very
this?
close. I think it's going to be a measurement, yes. They're going to bring out those chains.
There you see Floyd plotting on the sidelines. Always plotting. Makes it sound sort of sinister, doesn't it?
He's going to be a little bit shy.
Oh.
Inches. But the hair on your chinny chin chin.
Again with my chinny chin. I shaved today. There's no hair on my chinny chin chin. Once a week, whether I need it or not, Reza, I shave.
For me, it's like once every 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah.
Actually, once a day we'll do it right, but 4th and inches.
But when you want to look pretty for the ladies.
4th and inches. Here we go. Miramonte with a big play. Gillen, he might go take it himself here. Yes, indeed he will.
And he got it.
Former Miramonte quarterbacks know what happens on those plays.
Oh, no.
The old 11 dive.
Dropping knowledge. Look out.
The 11 trap, we used to call it. That one really wasn't much of a trap, but Gillen gets it himself. Miramonte picks up a huge 1st down.
Well, if you
The clock will roll at 5 minutes and counting left to go.
If you keep on about the former Miramonte quarterback thing, you and your head are going to be the only things that fit in this booth, Reza. You better look out.
Yeah, I got to pub up my former high school as much as I can. 1st down, 35-yard line. Gillen to throw. Fires as a man. Robertson, the tight end.
Nice catch.
Very close to a 1st down. He'll be inches shy. Again, by the hair on your chinny chin chin, he'll be shy of a 1st down.
This is a great catch by Robertson. He gives up the body and goes down and gets this ball. It's thrown on a line, but a little bit low and not really necessary in that part of the field. But Robertson, great play to make that catch.
2nd down and a half a yard. A good situation here for Coach Floyd. Burns had to gamble and maybe go for the whole thing. They send Hunsucker to the far side. Look out for him.
Yeah.
Beeble on a
keep an eye on that.
Beeble one-on-one coverage with him on this occasion. Twisting and turning his way is Greer for a 1st down. Nice run, not a whole lot there, and he made something out of nothing.
Interesting call there. I would have thought that Floyd would have taken one shot at the house with 2nd and a half yard. Of course, you know what I noticed? Beeble is man up on Hunsucker, and he's right up in his face. So you see, that's all Greer there. He didn't get much blocking, and he got the 1st down. But keep an eye on Chris Beeble and Josh Hunsucker. They're playing nose to nose, smacking each other.
That's a great matchup.
That's a good matchup over there.
A great matchup for skill positions. You're right, tonight, all night long, and we've seen it. And indeed, it's been a wonderful football game thus far. 14-14, 3:40 left to go. Miramonte on the move here, thanks in part to a bonehead maneuver by Los Lomas. Hunsucker on the quick in again.
And and Biebel had him covered like a blanket. Gillen just put that ball where nobody but his receiver could catch it. This is a perfect throw.
I love this play.
Yeah, this is great.
93 quick.
Stop it. You're killing me. It's just a perfectly executed play. A quick slant to the inside. Hunsucker had position on Biebel. Biebel was right there with him stride for stride and makes the tackle, so Hunsucker doesn't get away, but Miramonte keeps right on moving those sticks.
First down and 10, 14-yard line. The Matadors on the move. Here's a handoff. Carey, first time we've called his name. Penalty marker down. Penalty marker thrown in an area which would usually indicate one of the offensive linemen used their hands illegally.
Probably a little illegal hand movement there.
Yes. Should be a hold against the Matadors. Indeed it is.
And this is the demon that bit Las Lomas, the holding monster. Let's see if Miramonte can overcome it.
Real strange. First time really called Eric Carey's name.
Yeah, I was
going to say. 3 minutes left to go in the second
Yeah.
quarter, and he really might be one of the marquee guys on Miramonte's football team. No
Hold
doubt about
here
it.
on the offense.
Yeah.
First down.
Well, I mean, he's second team all league as a running back. How is he not getting more carries? Hung has been getting more carries.
Yeah, and you got to take this into consideration, folks. Miramonte only had one play in that first quarter, offensive play, so that has a lot to do with it too.
And that didn't go to Eric Carey.
No.
No,
That went to the quarterback, and he went down.
actually went to Brent Tyndall. Actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was an interception.
You're right.
Whoops.
You're right. It was an interception.
Yeah, not the
And then on his second throw, he got sacked. So
Right.
that was a play I was thinking about. First down and a whole lot. Play action, hit the ball well. Fires in the end zone. Hunsucker wide open. Touchdown, Miramonte.
Well, you can't leave.
22 yards.
That's twice they've left him a little bit alone. And you know what? Dan Albana, as great a football player as he is, cannot cover Josh Hunsucker. Josh Hunsucker is too fast. He makes great cuts. A big linebacker like Dan Albana can't keep up with him. And that's just a blown coverage right there. It looked like Stephen Domier was supposed to be on him, and he left him alone too much. And he was just wide open.
Matadors on to try the point after. Wow.
It's just Hunsucker in that really ugly green turf.
Vibach will try it. He's been perfect thus far tonight. Line drives it. Up and through. 21-14. 2:32 left to go. Second quarter. The Matadors with the lead again. Second touchdown strike between the combination of Gillen and Hunsucker. First one from 27. This one from 22. And Miramonte leads it by 7. And tonight's game is being brought to you by the AT&T Broadband Game of the Week, by Yummy Yummy Pizza, Rocco's Restaurante Pizzeria. Delicious.
And by ParamountTechnology.com, my favorite people in the whole world, because they give us an opportunity to look at some instant replays, and we love doing that.
And our crew does a wonderful job of providing us with those instant replays.
They do. They do. They get all the right plays.
And we try to make all the right calls.
Nah. Well, yeah, we try.
2:32 left to
Reza.
go.
You're good. I'm
Well,
just
you're
fumbling
better.
around up here.
High kick, impressive. It'll be short, though. And look at this. Las Lomas just slaying the ball, rolling the end zone. They're not even trying to return it. I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw.
I was looking at the coverage. Miramonte had about 4 guys that were right down there in Biebel's face, and he did the right thing by letting that ball bounce in the end zone. And Gillen, with the play action to Greer, buys himself all kinds of time. The offensive line does a good job, and he just puts a perfect throw to a wide-open receiver. You see Dan Albana trying to catch up, and that's just not going to happen. And Stephen Domier maybe doesn't need to make that tackle. He's already in the end zone, but he's a little fired up. But
Coach Floyd Burstead with Dr. Ross on the sidelines.
you know everybody.
Absolutely.
Dr. Ross, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's been there for years.
Isn't
Great
he
gentleman.
on ER?
He's an OR, Orinda.
Holy smokes.
And around. This play worked for 50 yards last time around. This time it works for 1 or 2.
Gosh, I couldn't even see who had the ball there for a second. I thought Albana had it. I thought Luke had it. And there's the replay again. I tell you, these guys, they're on it. Yeah, Miramonte not fooled by the end around this time. They had good pursuit on that. You can only go to that well so many times in a game before the defense starts getting wise.
There's a story. 21-14, the 2-minute mark, second quarter, and what has turned out to be a fantastic football game, the North Coast Section 2A championship game from Diablo Valley College in Pleasant Hill. Los Lomas with the ball, 2nd down and 8. They take the handoff. Luke the throw. Has a man down there. It's Beeble, and he overshot him by 3 yards. Again, great one-on-one coverage by Miramonte's defensive backs, Jay Albini, also Adam Christie. Both those guys, 11 and 15 respectively, have had very solid first halves against a tough receiving core of the Los Lomas Knights.
Yeah, Brent Tyndall and Chris Beeble are a couple of the best receivers around. Brian Luke is arguably the best quarterback in the East Bay, and they haven't really gotten away from anybody. The defensive backs for Miramonte have just done a fabulous job of keeping a blanket on those guys, not giving up any long plays.
3rd down and 8, a huge play for Los Lomas. Three receivers, trip receivers at the near side. Albano, the lone setback, and Luke will roll out the near side. He's pressured, and he throws, complete! 1st down, a big conversion on 3rd down. Beeble, his favorite receiver. Greer with the tackle.
Well, this is great vision by Brian Luke. He waits until his receiver works himself into the open and just puts it on a line right in there. It's a nice throw. And Beeble, to his credit, does a great job of floating into that open area in the middle of the field, giving his quarterback an opportunity to throw the ball safely.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Trip receivers again to the far side. Now Domir in motion to make it 3 receivers to the far side. Miramonte on the blitz. Here they come. Luke pressured, gets the ball away and threw it to no one. That could have very well been intentional grounding. Miramonte fans 1-1.
Oh, there's a flag down.
Yeah, that should have been. There was no receiver in the neighborhood whatsoever.
This isn't like college of the pros where once you get outside of the tackle box, you can just throw it away.
Yep, that's indeed the call.
They lose the down on that play, too.
Good vision up here in the booth.
Hey, one of us is paying attention.
Miramonte will push him back here. 1:13 left to go, 21-14, and we've not seen Luke this rattled maybe ever.
No, I think it's a testament to the Miramonte front line. They're getting some pressure. They're getting hands in his face.
Oh, personal foul roughing the quarterback. That's a call. It's not intentional grounding.
Oh, my.
So
we have a personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What, are we drunk up here?
Yes.
We're not paying attention at all.
Wow. Could have been 37 for Miramonte, being John Woodcocks. Let's wait and see.
I just had one little drink to keep myself warm.
It was a Coca-Cola.
That's what you think.
48-yard line, 1:13 left to go. A big break for Los Lomas. Borrell, the tight end, flip-flops from right to left. 3 receivers now to the far side. Same play. They roll the quarterback out on the half roll. He fires it, nearly intercepted by Miramonte. That ball had so much mustard on it, went right through his hands.
That was whistling. One of the cameramen just offered me his glasses, Reza, so maybe we better clean it up in the second half.
Well, I don't want to swear, but I could swear that was going to be intentional grounding because he threw the ball where no one was.
Yeah. 2nd
down and 7.
Yeah,
I mean, 2nd down and 10.
Could be your Miramonte bias showing through, Reza.
Hey, no bias. I'm here in the booth. I'm a professional journalist right about now.
That's right. Impartial.
But deep down, though,
as it were,
I do have some Miramonte roots, no doubt about it.
It's hard to get past that.
4 receiver look. Luke fires it. Knocked away.
Wow.
Great defensive play. Peter Mitchell stuck his hand out there, and that could have been a reception. And here's a replay of that. You can see that Luke with a short drop fired it across the middle, and should the receiver Tyndall come up with it, he still might be running. But Mitchell saves it. Night so far right now for Miramonte with that fabulous play. 2nd down and 10. Make that 3rd down and 10. 1:03 left to go. Los Lomas down by 7, 21-14. 4 receivers in the game. Pass is complete. 1st down, Domir. Cross midfield and to the Miramonte 40-yard line. They'll move those chains. Los Lomas with all 3 timeouts remaining still. Not a great throw, but a good one. It got there. Enough for the first down. Clock inside, 50 seconds now. Las Lomas has to start thinking about using a timeout. 45 seconds left to go. Luke to throw. Here comes the pressure by Miramonte. Fires it, complete. Down to the 33. Miramonte with the tackle, and now a timeout is called for and received by Las Lomas. They have 2 remaining. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 33. So the Miramonte Matadors enter this game at 10-1. They lost their opening game of the year and since have won 10 in a row. And last week, Miramonte beat rival Campolindo of Moraga 14-0. Las Lomas beat Piedmont 24-14. And tonight's AT&T Broadband High School Game of the Week is being sponsored by Rocco's Restaurante Pizzeria, some of the best, in fact, the best pizza in the East Bay. No doubt about it. And also by ParamountTechnologies.com, located in Concord, right behind Tower Records. So Las Lomas ready to go. 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 33. Albana, the lone running back, behind Luke, the quarterback. They send 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the far side. And Luke back to throw. Luke throws, has a man, Beeble, look out, in the open field, still on his feet, to the 10-yard line. 1st down, Las Lomas. Miramonte very sloppy that time on defense with the tackling. Clock stopped as they moved the chains, and here's a replay. Nice throw, got there in a hurry, and allowing the receiver to do something with the ball after he caught it. Carey with a touchdown-saving tackle. Ball right outside the 10, so it's 1st and 10 at the 10. They can pick up a 1st down inside the 1-yard line. And now it looks like Las Lomas has called a timeout. They have 1 remaining. They trail by 7. A very impressive drive being put together by the Las Lomas Knights on their 2-minute offense. They got the ball at the 20-yard line with 2 minutes left to go and have methodically pushed the ball downfield, and now they sit at the 10-yard line. 1st down. 28 seconds left to go. 1 timeout remaining. Luke with 4 receivers in the game. Under center, Albana behind him. And they give it to Albana. Gutsy move. He gets about 4 or 5. And Las Lomas asks and receives their final timeout of the half with 23 seconds left to go. Now they have to throw, perhaps, likely will throw on the remaining 2 or 3 plays. They still can pick up a 1st down if they reach the half-yard line. 21-14 is our score. So in the playoffs, Miramonte took care of Campolindo. Las Lomas took care of St. Mary's, 33-21 last week, of course. They beat Piedmont 24-14. Earlier in the season, in fact, in week number 1, they beat Piedmont 20-17. 23.5 seconds left to go. Miramonte trying to win the North Coast Section 2A championship for the first time since 1998 when they beat Granada 25-7. Actually, they beat El Cerrito 40-zip the year before Miramonte beat Granada. Second down, 5 yards to go. They need to get inside the 1. Luke, spot pass, corner, Beeble there, touchdown, and he dropped it. Should have been a touchdown, perhaps, in and out of his hands. Good coverage that time by Miramonte's Adam Christie. The ball was a little bit underthrown, therefore Beeble was able to come back for it. Should have probably had this one. Yes, he should have. That's a catch he usually comes up with. 18 seconds left to go now, 3rd down. It'll be interesting to see if they do not convert here, whether Las Lomas goes for a field goal or if they go for it. two receivers flanked up to the far side. Albana right up the middle, breaks a tackle. No. It's a touchdown on the play action. And he dropped it. Tyndall, boy, great play fake. It looked like Albana had the football. He did not. And now it's 4th down with 14 seconds left to go. And it looks like Las Lomas will indeed go for it. A big play right now. 4th down and 5 right outside the 5. Las Lomas going for it, down by 7. Luke to throw. Here comes a blitz by Miramonte. Flush out of the pocket. Throws in the end zone. Touchdown! Domir. And Las Lomas 1 point after try away from tying this one up. A 6-yard touchdown reception on 4th down and 5. Eight seconds left to go until the half. And now the Knights on for the point after try. Richie Splidell. He missed it, no good. And it's 21-20. Miramonte has the lead by 1. Wow, what a bizarre turn of events that was. And here's a replay of that big 4th down conversion. Miramonte coming on the blitz. Luke steps out of pressure, fires it in the end zone for the touchdown. Las Lomas within 1, but they are not able to tie it up as a point after is no good. Therefore, the score is 21-20 right before the half. Las Lomas fans have to be very impressed with their way the team has performed thus far. Likewise for the Miramonte fans. So Las Lomas will kick the ball away here. Doing the honors will be Colin Hendricks. Miramonte counters with 3 return men who now come all the way up to the 20-yard line. We've seen a lot of squib kicks this first half, and again we do. Return by one of the up men by Miramonte, fumbled. Ball loose. Las Lomas has it with 3.5 seconds left to go. That time, Miramonte's Justin Smith tried to run with the football. The defensive lineman had the ball stripped from behind, came loose, and now Las Lomas with the ball with 1 shot for the end zone. There you go. The ball was punched out of there. Las Lomas gets it, and Luke with one of the best arms in all of high school football, just 48 yards away from the end zone, and we'll for sure see a Hail Mary right now. Very likely, as they send 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Beeble comes to the near side. 3.5 seconds left to go. Luke to throw. Rears up, pressured, steps up, fires, should be picked off, and it's dropped. And that's the way the first half comes to an end, with the Miramonte Matadors of Orinda on top of the Las Lomas Knights of Walnut Creek, 21-20. In the North Coast section 2A championship game. So Miramonte with 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. Las Lomas also with 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. However, the Matadors able to convert on their point after tries, and the Knights were unable to convert on their final point after try, and therefore that's a difference, 21-20. And let's go downstairs where Bill Kolb is standing by.
I'm on the sideline here with Miramonte head coach Floyd Burnsett. Coach, it was a knockdown, drag-out first half. What do you expect to do on defense to maybe try and contain the passing of Luke in the second half?
Well, the biggest thing we got to do is we got to get some pressure on him. I mean, he's got all day to throw, so we got to bring some people and start going some man and try to get to him.
On the offensive side, one name that we didn't call much of in the first half was Eric Carey, and we were sort of surprised by that. Is there a particular reason he hasn't been getting a lot of touches?
Yeah, he got hurt in the Camp Lindo game with his ankle, and he's a little tender tonight, so he's not at full strength. So we're trying to save him as long as we can.
Well, it was an incredible run back. Do you expect to see something like that from Sakai Greer on a regular basis? That was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's really good. All three guys we got back there. We got Cameron Lacey and Eric and Sakai, and they're all three capable of returning it all the way.
Well, so far, Coach, has this been pretty much what you expected from this game?
Actually, I thought it'd be a better defensive struggle, but it's turning into be an offensive struggle, so we better make some adjustments to make it interesting here.
Shades of the first time you guys played, huh?
It is, right. Yeah.
Nice first half, Coach. Good luck in the second.
All right, thanks.
Back up to you, Reza.
Well, thank you very much, and what a wonderful first half we had. Miramonte leads by 21-20. Los Lomas got the scoring started early on a 4-yard touchdown run by Brian Luke in the first quarter. Miramonte subsequently on the kick return ran it back 80 yards for a score to tie it up at 7-7. That's the way the first quarter ended. In the second quarter, both teams scored 2 touchdowns. The Miramonte Matadors able to convert on their point-after tries. Both of them. Los Lomas missed their last, and that's the difference. Josh Hunsucker, 2 touchdown receptions in that second quarter for Miramonte from 27 and 22 yards away. Daniel Bono scored his 31st touchdown of the year, and he's also eclipsed a 2,000-yard plateau. That's an unbelievable mark in one season, and he scored his touchdown from 4 yards away, and Eric Domir on a 6-yard touchdown reception just before the half. So we are at the intermission. 21-20 is our score, and we'll be back with halftime activities in this North Coast Section 2A championship football game.
Tonight's AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation from Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria in Walnut Creek. Located in the Encina Grande Shopping Center, Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria has classic Italian pastas, gourmet pizzas, and a family atmosphere. Locally owned and operated by Rocco Bialy and family, Rocco's is a great place to go after the game. Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, voted the best pizza in Contra Costa by the readers of the Contra Costa Times. And by Paramount Technology of Concord, located behind Tower Records. Paramount Technology has been selling and fixing computers for more than 6 years. With in-house customer service and repairs, Paramount Technology is there for you. Thank you, Paramount Technology, for supporting local high school sports in Contra Costa County. You can join the AT&T Broadband Game of the Week team and help support our effort to bring quality local sports to 140,000 cable customers in Central Contra Costa, while highlighting your business during the game. The AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is your opportunity to increase viewer awareness of your business and be a part of the excitement of local hard-hitting football action. If your business is interested, please give us a call, 925-933-6264. Tonight's AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation from Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria in Walnut Creek. Located in the Encina Grande Shopping Center, Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria has classic Italian pastas, gourmet pizzas, and a family atmosphere. Locally owned and operated by Rocco Bialy and family, Rocco's is a great place to go after the game. Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, voted the best pizza in Contra Costa by the readers of the Contra Costa Times. And by Paramount Technology of Concord, located behind Tower Records. Paramount Technology has been selling and fixing computers for more than 6 years. With in-house customer service and repairs, Paramount Technology is there for you. Thank you, Paramount Technology, for supporting local high school sports in Contra Costa County. You can join the AT&T Broadband Game of the Week team and help support our effort to bring quality local sports to 140,000 cable customers in Central Contra Costa, while highlighting your business during the game. The AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is your opportunity to increase viewer awareness of your business and be a part of the excitement of local hard-hitting football action. If your business is interested, please give us a call, 925-933-6264.
Back at Diablo Valley College in Pleasant Hill, 21-20 is our score as our halftime activities continue. Reza Sadeghi, Bill Kolb along with you. The Miramonte Matadors with a 1-point lead in this North Coast Section 2A championship game. What a first half of play. There's a good look at the Miramonte cheerleaders from Orinda, California. And their Matadors have been very solid. The Los Lomas Knights have been almost equally as good, only down by a point. And here we go. We're having a good time up here in the booth at halftime, thanks in part to Rocco's Pizzeria. And I got to tell you, folks, this is some of the best pizza I've ever had. Absolutely the best pizza I've ever had. And as you can see, it looks delicious, doesn't it? That's Rocco's Pizzeria. And I've been just having my own halftime show here, as you can tell. Delicious. So that's Rocco Pizzeria. And we thank them very much for their support for the AT&T Broadband East Bay High School Game of the Week. They've been with us every step of the way, and we really, really appreciate that. And I got to take a break here, but I will try not to and continue on in our halftime show as the Miramonte Matadors looking to conclude their season with an 11-1 mark. They're currently 10-1. They're halfway there, though. Los Lomas also with just one loss. They have 11 wins, though, having played one more game than Miramonte. These two teams met in week number 2 of the 2000 high school football season in what perhaps was the best football game in the East Bay this year. Miramonte prevailed 41-34 on a last-minute touchdown pass from Gillen to Robertson. Well, this first half has been super. 21-20, Miramonte up by 1. I can only imagine what the second half is going to be like as both teams are getting prepared to come out of the locker room. And we're going to enjoy some more of our halftime festivities with the third quarter of play right around the corner. And there we go, Rocco's Pizzeria Ristorante in Walnut Creek. And a great member of our staff, Joel, has done a wonderful job all season long. And Joel also likes his pizza, as we all do. As you can tell, he's speechless right now from how good that pizza is. As am I. I'd like to remind you fans that this is our final football game of the 2000 season. We'd like you to tell us what you think because basketball season is right around the corner. So please call us up at 933-6264. That's area code 925-933-6264. And tell us how we can improve on our broadcast. Also, for people with our local businesses in the Contra Costa County and beyond, we would love for you to be a part of our exciting team at AT&T Cable Services. And without your help, we could not broadcast these games, so please feel free to call us for information on how to publicize your business and be a part of our exciting new team at AT&T Broadband. And again, that number 925-933-6264, as we love to bring these games to you. However, we need some more help from some of our friends out there. So please call us at 925-933-6264. High school basketball season is upon us. And with your help, we certainly love to bring you some of the great action of some of the best athletes in high school athletics. And you can help us by calling area code 925-933-6264. Tonight's game will be aired on Saturday and Sunday night at 7 p.m. on AT&T Broadband, Channel 6 in Walnut Creek, Channel 3 in Martinez, La Miranda, which is Orinda, Lafayette, and Moraga, Danville, and Pleasant Hill, and on Channel 25 in Concord and Clayton. Join the AT&T Broadband Game of the Week team. Again, you can help support our effort to bring quality local sports to over 140,000 cable customer users in central Contra Costa County while highlighting your local business during the game. The AT&T Broadband Game of the Week team is your opportunity to increase viewer awareness of your business and be a part of our exciting team of high school action. Again, for information, please call 933-6264. And that's 933-6264. The Miramonte Matadors have made it out of the locker room with a 1-point lead. Los Lomas also making their way through the tunnel. In a very exciting second half for sure, just around the corner, as we are inside 1 minute left to go until the third quarter gets underway. And there's a good look at the Miramonte football squad. Right behind that big sign. It's being held up by the Miramonte cheerleaders and the Matadors on the verge of breaking through for the second half right now. And there's the Los Lomas Knights, who come out of the locker room down by a point. In a very evenly played first half. Just one extra point missed by Los Lomas has been the difference, and that came with about 8 seconds left to go in that second quarter. So again, Miramonte scored on a kickoff return by Sekai Greer of 80 yards. That tied the game at 7. Josh Hunsucker has 2 touchdown receptions, 27 yards and 22 yards. Brian Luke, the quarterback for Los Lomas, has a 4-yard touchdown run. Dan Albana, also a 4-yard touchdown run, his 31st touchdown of the season. And wide receiver, Stephen Domir, a 6-yard reception right before the intermission. And momentarily, we're going to go downstairs with Bill Kolb and Los Lomas coach Doug Longero. And take it away, Bill.
I'm on the field here with Los Lomas coach Doug Longero. Coach, it looked like it was pretty much an offensive battle there in the first half. We thought we were going to see more defense from these two teams. What can we expect from you guys in the second half?
We got to step up on defense, and we got to start making plays. We had a couple mental mistakes, and hopefully corrected those, and hopefully it'll be a better second half defensively for us.
Seemed like Brian Luke had some trouble throwing the ball, and then your receivers had some trouble catching it there in the first half. Anything you can do to correct that?
Nah, I think it's just, we just got to execute. The jitters are out, and now we just got to start playing.
How about that breakdown on special teams?
They're killing us right now, so we made some changes and should be a better second half.
And the missed kick, you know what happened there?
Just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Guys made a play. It's a great play on their part.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Back up to you in the booth, Reza.
Thank you very much, and certainly that was the difference in the first half. A missed point after try by Las Lomas. The Miramonte Matadors will get the ball to start the second half. And the Matadors already have done some damage on special teams. An 80-yard kickoff return right after Las Lomas scored for the first time tonight. Sekai Greer running back the other way, 80 yards and a score. Now Matadors lead by 21-20. As Bill Kolb will trot his way back up here to the booth and join me for the second half. Las Lomas will kick the ball away. Miramonte will receive. Carey, Greer, along with and here's a squibber by Las Lomas, picked up by one of the up men for Miramonte. On the return is Hunsucker. He knows what to do with the football once he gets it across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. And Miramonte has the football. Bill, welcome back, and sorry you had to miss a halftime pizza.
Hey, all right, you saved some for me.
That's right.
A slice, one slice.
I'm a good teammate.
You're a good man.
Miramonte with the football, first down and 10. Carey with the ball. He goes nowhere. And a good question to Coach Floyd Burnside right before the half. Why have not we seen much of Carey? And he explained it to us. Well, he got banged up in that Camp Lindo game.
Yeah, I was concerned by that because, here's a guy who's second team all-league, and he's not getting many touches in the first half. And that explains it. He's hurt.
Mike Gunderson, I should say, is the injured Miramonte defender or offensive player on the field. It's real hard to talk and eat pizza at the same time.
Right, and also very professional.
We are professional.
That's
we have
right.
to. We have
They
to
don't
build
even
up our
pay
sponsors.
me for this, man. I can eat all I want.
And it does not look very good for the Miramonte offensive lineman being down.
Well, his feet
He
are
is moving
around.
his feet, though.
Yeah. It's always a
On
good
the
sign.
first play of the third quarter. Lies flat down on his back. Gives us an opportunity to chew on some more pizza.
I tell you what, Reza, it's good to be back in the booth. It's cold out there on the field.
Cold up here, too.
My ears are cold.
So what do you think of this pizza, by the way, from Rocco's Restaurante Pizzeria? Which slice looks better?
Can you pick a better slice? They're all looking so good.
Yeah, I think I'll take this one here.
I'm going to go with the little
It's
veggie action.
Too bad that camera's not working here up in the booth. Oh, well, maybe it is now, but
It's all about product placement.
yeah.
And here we are, pizza in our mouths.
Pizza in mouth and hand, and football game ahead. We have the best seat in the house, and we're calling
Does it
the
get
game.
any better than this?
No, it
the
does
only
not.
thing I could think would be to, have a beer, but we're not allowed to do that.
Well, we have sodas and
Don't
water.
talk
That's-
and drink.
That's good enough.
Drink and talk.
And we have a football game, the North Coast Section 2A
And some of the
championship
best
game.
pizza you will ever find, folks. No doubt about it.
Oh, sorry about that. I almost knocked your pizza and drinks over. Miramonte to the throw. Miramonte's going to be sacked. Gillen goes down as they were coming from him in every which direction. And
All
here's a replay.
Now we have to focus. And see, Gillen actually had quite a bit of time. He's really got to get rid of this ball sooner. Is that Jeremy Salente came free up the middle, and that's pretty much a coverage sack right there, Reza. All of his receivers were covered up, so he didn't have anybody to throw to.
third down now. Third down and 21. The pizza is down. The mic is in hand. And a
Back to
big
work.
third down shotgun. First time tonight we've seen that from Miramonte. Gives him more time. Nice out route. That's going to be close to a first down. Wright has the catch. He's going to be a yard shy across midfield. They needed 21 yards and got 20. Decision time for Coach Burnstead. I think he's going.
This is terrific pitch and catch here. Gillen to Wright. Little toe dance on the sideline. Wright just barely got his feet in. It's a nice job by the receiver to stay in bounds.
Done right.
Ooh,
Very good.
punishment.
So actually they mark him out of bounds at the 49 now. It's only fourth down and 2.
Did you see that? Our cameraman down there on the sideline hardly even budged. Nerves of steel.
Here we go. Huge play. Early stages, third quarter. Handoff. Carey has a first down, then some. Close to the 41-yard line. Got 7 yards. Pardon me.
Maybe the plan with Carey is to save him for when they really need him, and they
And that's
really
exactly
needed him
right.
there. Actually got some terrific blocking
He
up
did
front.
indeed.
He had a good push by the offensive line to get him an opening.
And a huge conversion for the Miramonte Matadors, who keep the football now and the trim slim lead. Does that make sense?
Trim slim lead.
Yeah, it was going
It's
to
been
be
on slim fast.
Yeah, I was going to say slim and trim came out. So it was trim and slim. Carey again gets a call off the right side. Gets a couple yards inside the 40. Second down and 8. That Miramonte offensive line has got better and better as the game has progressed for the most part. Of course, we saw a sack a few plays back, but on running plays especially, they've got better.
Yeah, their running protection has definitely gotten better. They're opening some holes finally for the running backs. And I think it probably really helps them to have Eric Carey back there holding the ball, because he hits the hole faster than any of the other Miramonte running backs. And, as an offensive lineman, timing is everything in that regard.
Second down and 8, 2 tight ends in the game for Miramonte. Carey up the middle, look out, he's got some opening, and he's still on his feet, does not come down very easily. Runs out the tackle of Kenny King, 48 for Las Lomas. He's all the way down inside the 25 to about the 22, and Miramonte on the move.
And again, Carey just gets a huge opening and then does some individual strength moves there against Kenny King, keeps out of his grasp and falls forward for an extra 4 yards.
Todd Rowe also had a difficult time bringing down the running back, and Miramonte very impressively marching downfield here with the football and the lead. 9 minutes left to go, third quarter. On the ground, counter play, going nowhere. In the backfield, drop for a 2-yard loss, spearheading the play for Las Lomas, Jeremy Salenti.
Yeah, Salenti had that one all figured out from the get-go. He wasn't buying on that little trap play. That's a great job of tackling by a whole army of guys. Even Todd Rowe was up in there, actually got the first hand on
That's
it.
right, Todd Rowe was the first man in, and now he's shaking up, I believe.
No,
it's
like Rowe's on his feet.
It's Brent Tyndall, number 1, not number 7.
Ooh. Boy,
That could be costly.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose Brent Tyndall.
It is cold, isn't it?
Oh, heck, man. It's balmy up here in the booth. You should go down on the field, Reza.
Woo!
At least I can still feel my toes.
Yeah, we have an big open window in front of us, so give me some credit.
All right.
Just a
Yeah,
little bit, you're right,
it
though.
is chilly, but we have a beautiful view up here. Really.
It is, and it's a 3-sock night down on the football field, by the way.
A 3-sock night.
Yeah, the 3-sock. Those of us who sit on the sidelines a lot in high school, we call it a 1-sock night, 2-sock night, or a 3-sock night. Tonight's a 3-sock night because your toes would freeze.
Oh yeah. It's getting colder and colder out there, and that could lead to some muscles tightening up and stuff like that.
AT&T Broadband Game of the Week tonight is being sponsored by, of course, the best pizza around, Rocco's Restaurante Pizzeria. And we're not going to show you more pizza now for the meanwhile, but it's still good, and we're still having it. It's almost gone, not quite gone. ParamountTechnology.com brings us our instant replays. Thank you very much. Second down and 12, a loss of 2 for Miramonte. Matadors operate out of the shotgun. 2 receivers flanked out to the right side. Here comes a blitz. Gillen throws. End zone. Touchdown. Matadors have done it again. Devin Wright.
How do these Matadors receivers keep getting so wide open in the middle of the field in the end zone? Doug Longero's got to be swallowing his tongue over on the Los Lomas sideline right now because his defense is normally a lot better than that. They don't usually let people get that wide open. And, folks, he was wide open.
25-yard touchdown reception, and you should know what that play is called by now. The 93.
93.
That's
yeah.
right, the post.
I could probably draw a diagram of that at this point.
That play has worked for a couple touchdowns here tonight.
It's worked every time they've run it.
Feebach on for the point after. The snap, the spot, the kick, it is up. A very important one is up and through. Matadors on top now, 28-20. 8:13 left to go, and what a huge drive by Miramonte. They get the kickoff and put the ball in the end zone to start the second half.
Right here, you can see on the replay, Gillen has good protection. That shotgun seems to be really working for him. It's taken Los Lomas a lot longer to get to him, and he just puts a perfect pass in there. Devin Wright had a good 3 steps on the defender.
Talk about great coaching. The adjustments Miramonte we saw on offense, at least, they had to provide their quarterback with more time to throw. So what does Coach Floyd do? Implements a shotgun, and it pays immediate dividends in here in the second half. They converted nearly on the 3rd down and 22. They got 20. Converted on 4th and 2. They got the touchdown there, which allowed the quarterback time to throw. Now, he said to you right before the half, or right at the half, that Miramonte needs to put more pressure on the quarterback. So let's see what they do there, the adjustments they made on defense. Perhaps more blitzing. I think that's exactly what he said. They're going to blitz a quarterback, look a little bit more.
Yeah, and they're going to have to because he's had too much time in the first half.
Nick Rudd, low line drive kick. Beeble fields it at his own 6-yard line. Up the middle he comes, cuts it back in, across the 20 to about the 26-yard line. Lacey there to make the stop.
That was sort of a casual return by Beeble. He didn't look like he ever really hit full speed. I guess he was waiting for his blockers to get into position, and they never did. But I'm a little puzzled by that. That was his first return of the night, and he didn't do much with it. Of course, that could just come down to good coverage by the Miramonte kicking team. And there's a look at Floyd, the mastermind. Rez's coach. I'm sure he's proud of that. Does he remember you, Reza?
Absolutely. Had a nice chat with him in the pregame warm-ups. I did wish him luck, of course.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Could it be Dan Albana time here?
Could it be time for a penalty?
Not a good start. This has been a strange game for Los Lomas. I mean, usually the game goes through Dan Albana. It's been throw, throw, throw. You're only down by 8. A 2-point conversion ties it up. If I'm Los Lomas, I'm thinking about pounding the ball away with Albana.
Go right back to the ground. Go back to what's gotten you here.
Yeah, because it could be dangerous. If they go 3 downs and out here, just try to throw the ball, Miramonte gets the ball back, and really, if they put the ball in the end zone again, it could be a long night. But you chew up some clock, make it a short game. Offsides against Miramonte, 1st and 5. And I think for sure now we'll see Albana.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely Big Dan time, right up the gut, unless they want to take a shot deep. 2
tight ends in the game, and for sure it's not Albana time. Miramonte gets pushed, good pressure on the quarterback. Beeble's out there. He's got the ball.
Wow.
Inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line.
Well, I guess Longero wanted to get things right back where they were at the end of the half and get this game a little bit closer right away. That's a great call by Longero. He's made some gutsy calls all game and all season, really. He does the unconventional, puts his quarterback in a situation where he can succeed. And with a short yardage on 2nd down, that's definitely a good time to take a shot deep. And boy, if Luke gets this ball a little bit deeper and out in front of Beeble, there's no way Christie's going to catch him. 64 yards on that pitch and catch. It's a great effort by Beeble just to catch that ball.
1st down and 10. Tyndall looks to be all right. Gets the ball in the end around. Cuts it back in. Gets some good yardage. Now another penalty down. Likely again a hold against the offense.
Well, I tell you, holding has been killing them.
And that is indeed the call. Maybe that's why they're not running the ball that much, because
they've had so many long yardage situations. They haven't really been able to get the running game going because of these holding calls.
Yeah, or even when they try to run, it's holding.
Yeah, killing them.
Look at that.
Hey, that's a great shot by the camera people down there. Garland Larson does a terrific job. He's our field man. And he's basically nursed me through the entire season with the on-field stuff. So thank you very much.
We have a hole here on the offense. 1st down.
First down, and it's a spot foul, so it's actually downfield a little bit. And I have pizza all over my face, according to our good friend Bill here.
I didn't want to just lick it off for you. I don't really know you that well.
And you didn't want us to come on camera with pizza all over my face.
That would be awkward.
We are trying to look professional here.
Sure.
I mean, it's good and all to pub up our sponsors, but when you get pizza all over your face, you're in trouble.
I don't think that's the way they want it advertised, on your face.
First down, 17 yards to go. Screen pass, middle of the field. Domir scored earlier in the first half. Pounds his way past the original line of scrimmage, down too close to 15-yard line, perhaps a 16. Got about 9 or 10 yards out of it. Second down and 7 coming up.
I like this call by Las Lomas here. Set up the screen play to somebody different and gave him some good blocking. And Domir does a good job of running straight upfield.
Great play call by Las Lomas as Miramonte was coming with a blitz.
That was
they
perfect
must have
timing.
heard our halftime interview that Coach Floyd said we're going to blitz more.
Everybody listens to us.
So when
voice
the
of
blitz
wisdom
comes,
up
you
here.
set up some screens, and that'll
That's
beat
right.
the blitz.
That will
Second
beat the
down and
blitz.
8. 3 receivers flanked out to the far side, 2 to the near side. No man in the backfield. 5 receiver look. He fires. Should have been picked off. Greer
Twice.
almost had it, and had he caught it on the first time, he was gone. He was off the races.
Yeah, we
But
saw
that
that.
was such a drilled pass. It was hard to come up with.
We saw that nobody can catch him in an open field sprint, and he really, you're right. He should have caught this ball.
Oh, look at this.
That's a touchdown right there.
That was a touchdown. There was
You know,
no one left. There
he's
was no
kicking
one left
himself.
upfield.
Yeah, Las Lomas had spread the field
Yeah,
out
there was
entirely.
5 receivers downfield.
Yeah, there was nobody to catch him. Brian Luke's not that fast, and he was the only guy back there far enough to be in position to make the play. But
A big break for Las Lomas. 3rd down and 8 now. They get another shot. Albana, the lone setback. He has yet to touch the ball in the 3rd quarter. 6:35 left to go. Down by 8. Las Lomas on the move. Fake the handoff. Luke rolls, throws, and it's dropped by Rowe. About a dozen, or maybe half a dozen balls, I should say, dropped tonight by Las Lomas. Very uncharacteristic of them.
really, that was not Luke's first choice. He had 2 men deep in the end zone, and he was looking for them. They were so well covered by Miramonte's defense that he had to go to his dump-off man, Todd Rowe, and this wasn't going to be a first down anyway. You can see here, he was looking deep. He had 2 guys flash into the end zone, and Rowe's his safety valve. And even if he catches that ball, the defensive player from Miramonte was right on top of him, and they weren't going to get anywhere near the first down.
4th and 8, they're going for it.
This is gutsy. I like this.
Obviously, you're not feeling too comfortable about kicking a field goal right about now. So you go for it. 3 receivers to the far side. Roll out. The blitz comes. He throws. Has a man. Complete. First down inside the 10. Maybe even inside the 5. Guess who? Beeble, his favorite receiver.
Well, I think that Lungero just has so much confidence in Luke and so much confidence in Beeble that he knows that even on 4th down and 8, he can make this play. These 2 guys are so good at what they do. That's just a perfect throw. Because Christie was there with the defense, and Beeble was in a position where he was the only one that could catch that ball.
Jake Albini had the coverage.
Oh, excuse me. Albini, not Christie. I apologize.
1st and goal, 6-yard line. Albana in the eye. Rowe ahead of him. Couple receivers. Now the back shift into a split backfield look. Albana gets a call up the middle. Gets a couple yards. And Albana doesn't fumble a whole lot either, does he? I think we've seen 1 fumble out of that guy in 4
once.
games.
Yeah. No, he's very sure-handed when he's running with the ball. He does a great job of covering up and keeping the ball from getting loose anywhere.
I think one game they took Albana out for 1 play, which is strange in itself, and the running back fumbled.
Yeah.
And the
I
opposition ran
remember
it back
that.
the other
That
way
was-
for a score.
Yeah.
We can't really blame him for that.
Since then, Longero has learned, don't take Dan Albana out.
Yeah, if you want to give him a breather, just don't give him the ball.
Well,
Make him block.
Yeah. The thing is, the guy is he's an iron horse. I mean, he's in on every play.
And speaking about being in on every play when he sneaks it in, Luke does it just like he did in the first. However, illegal motion looks to be
Yeah.
the call against his offensive line
The line wasn't set on that one.
on the 2-yard line, so the ball is going to be pushed back to the 7 here. At 5:19 left to go.
I wonder if we could get a look at who moved.
False start or illegal motion.
False start or illegal motion, whatever you want to call it. That was the call.
Take your pick. Flip a coin.
false start, legal procedure.
Well, that's a costly penalty for Los Lomas down.
That was a touchdown
on
right
the
there.
2-yard line. Yeah, you're taking points off the board. That's
2nd and goal.
It's a lot easier to get in from the 2 than it is from the 7, Reza.
At the 7, Albana has 31 touchdowns on the season. Amazing. He surpassed the 2,000-yard mark already, too.
Woof.
Luke, the throw, short drop, fires it. Knocked away. Great defense. Into double coverage. Carey was there, but the main man, Adam Christie, knocked it away.
Well, I'd like another look at that play because it looked like there could have been an interference call on that one, too.
Well, that was great coverage. I'm not sure he would have got the ball in.
Yeah, that's true. He might not have gotten the ball in, but it looked like the Beeble was contending with a body draped across his back, and that makes it a little bit harder.
3rd and 7, and that's amazing again. 2nd down and 7, you would think it's Albana time. If you judge Los Lomas the way they played all season long, that's what they've gone to. But tonight, for some reason, they have not gone to the run as much. So maybe Miramonte's been so effective with it.
Well, they have been
stopping it,
stacking the front line and really jamming a lot of guys up in there to prevent the run.
Luke to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes, puts it in the end zone, has a man. He gets in, touchdown. Domir again.
That is a great effort by Domir. Just launches his body into the end zone. I thought he was going to get stopped on the 1.
Stephen Domir.
Well, Luke
Second
had a lot
touchdown.
of time back there to throw that ball. He had good protection by the offensive line, which is exactly what Miramonte can't afford to give him. I think they're going to go for 2 here, Reza. What do you think?
Absolutely.
It's tragedy.
Or is it a tragedy?
I'm smart.
SMRT?
SME.
As Homer Simpson would say, SMRT. I am so smart. 3 receivers, far side. He'll roll him out there. Here he goes. Looking. He tries to run it in. He won't get there. Miramonte is held.
And he took some punishment on that play, too. Looks like his bell's rung a little bit.
28-26. That is our score.
He got gang tackled on that one.
4:47 left to go.
About 4 Matadors in on the tackle there, and I think it was Eric Carey that put the finishing touch on that.
The point after tries have been the difference right now. They are 0 for their last 2. They missed a kick. Now they missed a 2-point try. And here's a replay.
Well, again, Luke had pretty good protection, but it looked like this is the touchdown here. And here you can see Domir launch himself. It looked like he was going to get stopped on the 2-yard line. That's a great leap into the end zone. You know what? Those are the kind of plays that you practice in your backyard when you're 4. You practice that diving touchdown.
And not on turf either.
No, usually on tan bark or something dumb like that. Concrete. Well, this turf is tantamount to concrete anyway. It's a little tough.
And here's a 2-point try. Looks like it was a design run. He didn't even. Well, he looked like he wanted to pass it.
Yeah, I think that was a coverage sack there, basically.
Miramonte with that good defense.
Well, their defenses looked really good tonight. I mean, despite the score.
So 28-26 is our score in the third quarter of this North Coast Section 2A championship. Yes, in week 2, these two teams played. Great game, 41-34. Miramonte won. The only loss for Los Lomas this year against the same team. Now they trail by 2. Hendricks, Squibber, Miramonte fumbled right before the half in the same play. Again, one of the up men trying to prove that he's a running back, but he's really not. Coach Floyd's not going to be very happy about that.
Well, hey, at least he held on to the ball.
Yes, he did. Thank you.
Not like you, not holding on to your pen.
Yeah. I've got butterfingers, a case of them.
Yeah, you dropped your cards earlier. You're dropping stuff left and right.
And there's Coach Floyd Burstead. Happy his team has the ball.
This is a great football game, end of the football season. Looking forward, Reza, I spoke with Miramonte head basketball coach
Tom
Blackwood on the sideline.
The dean of all Northern California coaches.
Goodness. Yeah, he's a KG veteran. He said he's watching this game with interest because all of his big men are on the football team, and he doesn't even know who's going to come out for basketball right now.
Well, his son is a brilliant point guard, Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Double reverse. Actually, it's a reverse hung. Nothing double about it. Out of midfield. First down run, 12 yards.
Well, maybe maybe this is the way that they should use Hung, because he hasn't been especially effective between the tackles. But once he gets outside, he's got some quickness.
Boy, a couple of those Los Lomas players got suckered inside.
Yeah, they got sucked up inside big time on that initial handoff.
And Hung's not a bad player.
No, he's got some quicks. He's a speedy little fella.
Gillen under center, 49-yard line. Carries. Rowe brings him down. He gets across midfield to the 46, 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6.
In past Miramonte games, we've seen Carey get the ball up the middle like that 3, 4, or 5 times in a row, and on the 5th one, he breaks it. And that's sort of what we've been expecting. Looks like
he
he's
is
hurt
down
again.
and hurt. And boy, we've seen a lot of players banged up. A lot of penalties, a lot of players banged up.
Well, I tell you what, Reza, playing on that turf is
Takes
rough.
a toll.
It hurts. You
Here we
fall on
go.
that turf, it doesn't feel good.
Ooh, it looks to be perhaps that ankle again.
Yeah, it looked like his foot got caught.
A tender foot. Takes the helmet off, and you know anytime you take the helmet
That's
off,
not
you're
a good sign,
in
yeah.
trouble.
Well, it's good because you know that his neck is okay.
Yeah.
But he's also in a lot of pain.
You know they're working on the lower half of the body here. He's in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. 2nd down and 6 upcoming once Miramonte takes a snap from center. And they'll have to do it without their marquee back. He's up on his feet. Don't be surprised if he's going to be back in the game.
He's a tough guy. If he can play, he'll be in there.
Related to Raynard Carey, who was a fine running back, defensive back for the De La Salle Spartans a few years back.
Whoa, good knowledge.
Thank you very
You're
much.
full of little tidbits like that, aren't you, Rez?
That's what happens when you cover high school football in the East Bay. It's good stuff.
You get to know these kids. Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is one of the best areas in the entire country to watch high school football.
2nd down and 6. I formation for Miramonte. One receiver out to the far side, one to the near side. Hung, the ball carrier, cuts it inside, and he takes a shot from Rowe. Spins out of it, though. Gets another yard. He's going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down, though. 3rd and 1, nevertheless, for Miramonte.
Boy, look at the lick that Todd Rowe puts on Hung here. This is a terrific hit right here at the end of the play. Woo, pow, knocked him backwards. But Hung did a nice job of cutting that ball back to the inside, actually, because there was nothing doing on the outside there, and it looked like that's where he was headed.
3rd down, long 1. Now I have to guess Miramonte's thinking we have 2 downs to pick up this 1st down. 2 running downs, perhaps.
Yeah,
or maybe a play action here.
You're probably right. At this point in the game, they've got nothing to lose by going for it on 4th down.
Oh, my, mix-up. Gillen will take it up the middle. He'll get the 1st down. Hung went the wrong way. But Gillen
looked clobbered at the end.
He looked like a deer in headlights.
And made the best of it.
He did.
That's some good composure by
Look
Gillen.
at that.
Yeah.
Hung went the wrong way.
Where is everybody?
He hung him out to dry.
Yeah. And he ran right into the waiting arms of Todd Rowe, who put a pretty good lick on him. Whoa, and those guys run faster backwards than they do forwards.
Look at that.
They should try that.
Usually that looks like one of those blooper plays from the NFL videos.
Yeah.
Making something out of nothing.
Yeah, that was a terrific job by Gillen. That's great composure by the quarterback.
Gillen. Very impressively done. 1st down and 10, 40-yard line. Now he wants to throw. Fires it. The out route. Complete. Hunsucker. 1st down. Miramonte, very impressive on offense here in the 2nd half. 2 possessions. Both times they've gotten to enemy territory. One of the Los Lomas defenders cramping up. Very slow getting up. Big old number 54 for the Los Lomas Knights is Mike Shear.
And Hunsucker is one of those guys that Blackwood has been waiting on. Okay, Reza, you can't do cheers for Miramonte up here.
No, that just happened to be one of my favorite cheers in high school. Matadors don't take no oomph jive. Come on.
Oomph jive?
Yeah.
Can you say that on TV?
We just did. Here we go. Hung around the corner. He hit that hole in a hurry.
He did. That's probably the best we've seen him hit a hole so far. I guess he knows that if Carey's going to be out, he's got to be the guy.
Look at those wide splits by the linemen.
Yeah, the offensive line had real wide splits. That's a great job by Hung to hit that hole.
And
get a couple
Rowe
extra
made
yards.
the tackle. Sorry to interrupt.
We've been calling Rowe's name a lot in this half.
6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4. Miramonte on the move, 1:50 and counting left to go in the third quarter. The Matadors lead this championship game 28-26. It's been a dandy. It's going to get even better. Hung. Nothing doing.
Stung.
Stung indeed. Dan Albana making the big stick.
This isn't Hung's fault, though. He didn't have any help on this one. Las Lomas did a good job of filling up all those holes, and then Albana comes up from the middle linebacker position. And
It's like running into a brick wall.
he knows how to hit people.
Except that brick wall moves.
Yeah.
Lost a yard, 3rd and 5. Big play for Miramonte. The slant, the 93 has been very, very effective here.
Are you
Let's
calling
see
plays
if they
now?
go. I just have a hunch. Now it's a screen to Hung. Cuts it back in.
He's gonna
Wasn't
come up.
much there. He cut it back in. Again, made something out of nothing. 74th down and about a yard, I believe. Miramonte could possibly go for it. A field goal, though, will give him a 5-point lead.
Brendan Wright did run the inside slant, by the way. I was watching for that. But they went to Hung, and it was actually a pretty good play call. If he had gotten one blocker out ahead of him, he probably could have gotten the first down there.
They'd love to have Carey in the game, but he's out. I believe he's out.
Not to cast aspersions on Mr. Hung. He's done a really good job for Miramonte thus far tonight.
4th and 1, a long one. Miramonte's going for it. Could very well be the final play. Third quarter. Here comes a blitz. Middle screen. Robertson fumbles. Ball is loose. Hung has it. At the 16, Miramonte gets a first down on a bizarre turn of events.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, right now Las Lomas can't win for losing. They forced the turnover. They came on a jailbreak there. Forced the turnover here.
Domeyer.
And the ball bounces forward for the first down, and Hung recovers.
Oh, my.
Boy. You know,
That's a final play of the third quarter. We'll step away and come back with the 4th and deciding one after these messages.
Tonight's AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation from Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria in Walnut Creek. Located in the Encina Grande Shopping Center, Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria has classic Italian pastas, gourmet pizzas, and a family atmosphere. Locally owned and operated by Rocco Bialy and family, Rocco's is a great place to go after the game. Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, voted the best pizza in Contra Costa by the readers of the Contra Costa Times. And by Paramount Technology of Concord, located behind Tower Records. Paramount Technology has been selling and fixing computers for more than 6 years. With in-house customer service and repairs, Paramount Technology is there for you. Thank you, Paramount Technology, for supporting local high school sports in Contra Costa County. You can join the AT&T Broadband Game of the Week team and help support our effort to bring quality local sports to 140,000 cable customers in Central Contra Costa, while highlighting your business during the game. The AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is your opportunity.
Back at Viking Field in Pleasant Hill, Diablo Valley College. Fourth quarter back get underway. First down for Miramonte. Play action. Gillen to throw. Has a man. Greer. Hurdles in the end zone. Unbelievable. Touchdown, Miramonte.
He did a flip, Reza.
I give him a 10.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Talk about some athleticism by Sakai Greer. That was tremendous.
11 yards. And the score.
Wow. I wonder if he was planning that. If I get close to the end zone, I'm flipping over somebody. That was unbelievable. Did you see Major League?
That reminds me of a play a San Diego Charger made in the early 80s. Gary Anderson flipped just like that in the end zone.
Wow.
Kick is up and good by Miramonte.
That was just silly, Reza. It was silly.
35-26 on perhaps a play of the year in high school football in the East Bay. Let's take a look at it.
Well, Gillen, nice play fake to Hung. Dumps it off to Greer. And then this is just silly. From the 4-yard line, Reza. From the 4, he flipped into the end zone.
Head
over a
heels.
defender. Oh, man.
We haven't seen that out of. We have not seen that out of Albana this year.
I'm disgusted by that play.
One of the team captains for Miramonte, Sekai Greer. He had the 80-yard return.
Yeah, watch the flip here.
You're right, from the 4. Oh, my.
He looked like the Bionic Man. That was just unbelievable.
No. That was very nicely done. Woo!
Wow, you send that to colleges.
35-26.
Look what I can do.
And right now, they've really taken Albana out of the game. Feeble, inside his 5. Runs by Lacey, still on his feet, spins out of a tackle across the 25, and now near the 29-yard line. So with their backs against the wall, down 35-26. Las Lomas with the football now.
Well, you know, I don't know if you really go away from your primary game plan just yet. There's still a full quarter of football to play here.
You're right.
You stick with what's gotten you here. You
But they
keep
really
going
haven't
to
been running the
Albana.
ball all game long, though.
I got to believe Albana's going to get some touches here on this drive.
Let's see.
They need to punish that Miramonte defense.
And look, a mix-up. Albana went the wrong way, as Hung did just moments ago for Miramonte.
Well, that's just bizarre. They're a little bit rattled right now, I think, Reza, because I haven't seen anything like that from Las Lomas all year. They're normally so crisp on offense. They know exactly where everything is supposed to go.
A gain of a yard, nevertheless. Luke did a decent job of at least getting something out of that miscue.
Yeah.
Coach Floyd gets a bonus on defense.
Yeah, that was a free one for Coach Burnshead. He's so calm on the sideline. He never gets excited.
You can never tell whether he's winning or losing. Screen pass. Domir, he's been busy and takes a big-time lick.
Dan Albana just put the hurt on Sakai Greer to free up Domir on this play. For a second there, I thought the ball was going to Albana, and he just hadn't turned around to look for it. And then he just puts a wallop on Greer. Pow.
Oh, my.
Pancaked.
Just knocked him out of there. So take that, Mr.
Mr. Flip.
Yeah.
Flip guy. Mr. Gymnast.
Flip, dude. Flipper.
Flip this. That was my flipper. Pretty good, huh?
That was very good. First down and 10, 35-yard line. Fake the run, rolling out Luke, pumps it once, no one to throw it to, he'll take off with it. Slides, and he gets stuck. Unlike the NFL, once you slide, you're still fair game.
Yeah, he's been watching too much pro football, I think.
Yeah.
I think he probably thought he was safe once he started his slide. He got popped.
You know, Albana looking at the officials saying, isn't that a penalty? And the referee's telling him, no, only in the NFL.
Yeah.
Look at this. Pow. Wow.
That's,
you can hear it, the pop
you know,
up here.
as a defensive player, that's when you're saying to yourself, hey, free shots on the quarterback.
Lost on his coach about 20 yards on the field to call this play.
It happens.
9:50, it's a championship game, and I guess they're going to let him roll with it. And there's a story right now. Miramonte on top, 35-26, going for their 4th North Coast Section championship under the guidance of Floyd Burnstead. Steps up, penalty marker down. It could be picked off, and it's knocked away into double coverage. Beeble, the intended receiver.
This is going to be holding again.
Adam Christie has been solid, number 11 on Miramonte's defense all night long.
Yeah, Miramonte's
There's a
entire,
hold here.
their
A
entire
lot of penalties tonight.
defensive secondary has been very good tonight.
I've been very impressed. I did not realize they were that good.
Yeah, they're excellent.
Yeah, Miramonte's defense is very good. Unbelievable.
Is
They
that
gave
a
up 50
hold?
points.
I think he just fell on top of him.
No, they brought him down. See
Yeah.
that? He wrestled him
Yes,
down.
it looked like he was trying to kick him.
Well, he pulled him down. See that? I mean, it could go either way. But
Yeah,
it just looked
that's-
good. Sometimes, though, it looked like a hold, I should say.
Well,
Sometimes.
I think they've been called for holding so many times already that
Also, you know what happened? You got the push from behind, and that made it look like he
Yeah.
got dragged down. And Miramonte is certainly going to push him back here.
had they been playing very clean on the offensive line to this point, they probably wouldn't have gotten that call. But they've been playing a little sloppy. They've been doing some holding. And as a result, they're not going to get the close calls.
2nd and 18. Make that 3 receivers in the football game for the Los Lomas Knights. Luke's pressured. Get out of the pressure. Intercepted.
Nope.
Nearly. Cruz almost had it and dropped it. 3rd and 18 coming up.
Well, pretty much thus far in the second half, well, in the fourth quarter at least, Miramonte has been doing exactly what Coach Burns had wanted to do, and that is getting a lot of pressure on Luke. They've been in his face every time he's dropped back to pass, and that caused him to make a throw that I'm sure he would want back, given the opportunity.
And the official's not too happy with the ball boy right now as he threw the ball about 20 yards past them.
Oops.
Yeah.
It's those Miramonte ball boys.
Here's a little guy. It's all right. Look, he's got a big smile. He said, "Hey, I'm just trying to get us some negative yards." Trying to get in the stat sheet.
Yeah, hey, they missed the spot. The spot should have been back there.
Third down and a bundle. 3rd down and Martinez right now for Los Lomas. Half roll. He looks. He throws. No one there. ET's no home. Should say not home.
Not home.
4th down.
Not home.
Punting situation now. Feeble in the game. Miramonte's defense gets a big cheer.
Oh, yeah, the Miramonte sideline just went nuts. That's a big stand. Looks like they're going to have to call timeout.
You have to punt here. And wait, they're going to call a timeout? You're right. Miramonte's going to call a timeout. We're going to step away and come back after this.
Tonight's AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation from Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria in Walnut Creek. Located in the Encina Grande Shopping Center, Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria has classic Italian pastas, gourmet pizzas, and a family atmosphere. Locally owned and operated by Rocco Bialy and family, Rocco's is a great place to go after the game. Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, voted the best pizza in Contra Costa by the readers of the Contra Costa Times. And by Paramount Technology of Concord, located behind Tower Records. Paramount Technology has been selling and fixing computers for more than 6 years. With in-house customer service and repairs, Paramount Technology is there for you. Thank you, Paramount Technology, for supporting local high school sports in Contra Costa County.
Back at Diablo Valley College, Miramonte with the lead. About to get the football back, just perhaps. Punting situation, Beeble in. Greer back to receive. He's been very dangerous tonight on offense, defense, and special teams.
He's been all over the place. High snap.
Gets it away, nice kick, returnable, but he'll let it bounce. And Miramonte will get the ball at about the 34-yard line, 1st and 10, 66 yards away from the end zone. Matadors can really do some damage here if they can pick up some first downs on the ground. Keep that clock rolling. Clock now an enemy. The Los Lomas Knights, an ally. Miramonte Matadors.
That is correct. That is correct. They need to keep that clock rolling. No matter
How's that
what.
pizza, by the way?
Oh, it's good.
Cold pizza, still good.
Hey, pizza. Cold, warm. I don't really care.
It's all good.
It's good.
1st down and 10, Miramonte. Hung. Goes out of bounds, but gets up about 6 yards. Actually, it's Lacey, not Hung, 22 rather than 20. Gained the call, got about 6 yards, close to the 40.
So like you said, they're going to come at you on the ground. Mistake there by Lacey. He went out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sort of counterproductive for them right now.
But it's also his first carry of the game, so.
You give him a little leeway.
9:04 left to go in this football game.
I should correct
35-26.
myself. Only Only Rocco's Pizza is especially good, only
Cold.
even when cold. Yes.
High formation. Lacey up the gut. Look out in the open field. He may go. He's gone. Perhaps. One last man. Caught from behind. We don't have a number 14 on the roster, do we?
We don't. Who the heck was that? See if we can get a look at it here.
Who done it?
Boy, Lacey, nice cut back up the middle here to get away from the defense. Puts Rowe on his face. And then it's off to the races. And number 14, can't quite see his name.
Not on our
Not
roster.
on the roster.
Either one have about 3 different ones up here.
That's too bad, too, because he did a great job of running down Lacey on that play. It looked like Lacey was gone for 6 for sure.
First down and goal at the 6-yard line. 52 yards on that run. Here he goes. Spun down hard inside the 5. The clock finally starts to roll now. Miramonte Matadors had only used about 8 seconds on that. Maybe more than that, about 15 seconds on that previous 2 plays that have picked up about 60 yards.
That's efficient, but right now they need that clock to keep rolling. Of course, if they keep scoring, it doesn't matter.
Miramonte Matadors.
Whoa, Reza, didn't it just drop about 15 degrees in here?
It really did. I mean,
Holy smokes.
definitely, like I said, it's a 3-sock night.
Yeah, it's getting colder and colder, folks.
Lacey breaking tackles, pounding his way down close to the 1-yard line. Clock now at 8 minutes left to go.
That's some hard running by Lacey.
Makes you think, where's he been all night?
Really? Yeah. I mean, he delivered the blow on this play.
Yeah, running right over. Again, a guy we don't have on our roster,
Another
number 45.
player.
I hate when that happens.
Oops.
And the guy he just
Don't try this at home, folks.
The guy he just ran over, I believe, just came out of the football game. Lacey bangs his way in the end zone. Touchdown.
Lacey, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Miramonte.
Cameron Lacey. 1-yard touchdown run.
Got some good blocking by the offensive line. Put his head down and lowered the boom on the defense.
Miramonte now opening this thing up. Matador is on for the point after try.
Well, now I think you might be right, Reza. They might have just taken the ball out of Dan Albana's hands entirely. I think Luke is going to have to throw for it.
How many times did Albana's touch the ball in the second half?
Not, what, twice? Once,
If that.
maybe? Yeah.
If that. Ugly, but effective. 42-26 our score. 7:34 left to go. Wow, just like that, Miramonte's opened up what was a 1-point lead at the half.
Well, I think the Los Lomas side of the field in the stands, they're as stunned as I am right now. Miramonte has just done a tremendous job of taking the game away from Los Lomas here in the second half.
21-20.
Just lowers the boom there and spins off the tacklers right into the end zone.
21-20 the first half score. In the second half thus far, Miramonte's gone on a 21-6 run. So the second half really has been the difference. Talk about adjustments in the second half. It's been all Miramonte.
It has, and I think it comes down to their offensive line thus far in the second half. They've been doing a good job of giving Gillen time, and they've been opening tremendous holes for the running backs. So minus Eric Carey, their running game is actually doing better in the second half than it did in the first half. And credit the offensive line. I really think they deserve the credit in this one.
Nick Rudd will kick it away. Beeble back to receive all by himself. He awaits at his own 5-yard line. High kick, and it's a good one. Mike in the end zone? No, from the 1. It's Beeble. Up the middle he comes. Cuts it back in, and he's knocked backwards at the 21-yard line. And the offense, led by Luke, will trot back on the field, and certainly been a disappointing night if you're a Los Lomas Knight fan or player.
I wouldn't count them out just yet, Reza. They've got some explosive players on offense. They could get right back in this, but it's going to take more than they've shown us so far in the second half. That's for sure.
And the way that Miramonte's defense has played, it's going to make it very tough too.
Hey, is that a smile? I see Floyd Burnstead smiling.
He deserves to.
Well, that's a little bit uncharacteristic with that much time left on the clock for him.
A couple of receivers in the game. New quarterback, by the way, in the game. Almost intercepted. A new quarterback, and he's a guy who we don't have a name on because he's number 14.
Outstanding.
Must be the JV quarterback they brought up. I'm
wonder-
glad they told us who he was.
And he comes into the game and he immediately bounces the ball off the cameraman. That's not very nice.
No, that's not nice at all.
Can you see?
In fact, I don't know if we're going to do a Los Lomas game next year since he just did that.
Wow, you're one to hold a grudge, aren't you? Boink. Yeah.
Second down on the rollout. Good old number 14, we'll call it that. Woo! Breaks the tackle. Another one. And goes down hard.
Where's Brian Luke?
As Al Davis would say, he went down hard.
The other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
John Woodcox put him down hard.
Well, I can only assume that Brian Luke got hurt on that last play that he was in for.
And that's the first play.
Because
for the
otherwise, why do you not have him in there? I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the area.
6:40 and counting left to go. Third down and a whole lot. 22. Boy, Miramonte's going to make this one look ugly. Running play. Albana, look out. Gets about 10 of them back to the 21-yard line. Punting team will come in the game now.
Well, this has certainly got to be disappointing for Los Lomas. I mean, if you lose, at least you want to be able to go out with your best guys on the field. And nothing against Mr. Number 14, but Brian Luke is a tremendous quarterback, and they need him right now. To not have him out there really hurts their chances.
Here's a punt. Not a good one. Not a bad one either after this roll.
Nice bounce.
Cross midfield, down to the 41-yard line. 5:40 left to go. Miramonte with the ball and the lead. Luke on the ball.
Yeah, Luke's warming up in the background there.
Looks to be an ankle or a foot injury. As you can say, he's a little ginger. And here's a sack that we missed a few plays back.
I got pressure right in his face pretty quickly, and then Woodcox was in there to finish him off. And we still don't know his name.
14's his name.
14.
And he'll like it. Okay. 41-yard line. Hung to the 42, a yard gain. Second down and 9. Brought down by Rowe and Albana. Miramonte's Matadors about to be North Coast Section 2A champs. Injury timeout on the field.
I think some of these injuries could be the direct result of the fact that the temperature just recently dropped drastically. And maybe some muscles are tightening up down there on the field.
The clock rolls now. As we would like it to, because it is getting very cold.
Yeah, wow.
I might have to check into the local hospital here with frostbite.
Perhaps you exaggerate just a tad.
Take the handoff. Miramonte throws.
Doink.
I don't believe it.
That was a little
But they
odd.
do. Coach Floyd.
Well, maybe he was trying to catch Los Lomas off guard there.
Third down and 8 coming up now.
Oh, this is a huge stop for Los Lomas. If they can get the ball back here, they've still got 5 minutes. They could do some damage if Luke
3
comes back
touchdowns
in.
will do it. Really?
Stranger things have happened, though.
That's what they need.
Yeah, they need to really put some points on the board in a hurry.
Third and 8 for Miramonte. I formation look. couple of receivers at tight end. They fake the run. He steps up, takes off with it. Look out, he might get the first down. He will. Runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line and has a big first down for Miramonte. Does a junior quarterback, Mark Gillen.
And he is so composed in the pocket. Steps away from the pressure there, sees there's nothing downfield, gets away from a tackler, and then just sort of cruises. He looks very relaxed running downfield.
I think he's yelling out NCS champs as he's doing that.
Oh, man, that Miramonte bias is showing through.
Oh,
Reza.
my.
Reza.
I'm sorry.
Try to keep it under control, buddy.
I will. Here he goes. Up the middle, Lacey. That was a cheap shot. But nothing against Los Alamos, because, I really adore Los Alamos. They've had a great team this year. They've been, in fact, we talked about it, and I don't want the Miramonte players to take it the wrong way, but I actually enjoyed a lot, and I even said, even before the game, that I liked watching Los Alamos more so than Miramonte this year, because they were so fun to watch.
They have
really,
been.
with Luke, with Albana. I mean, how could you not like these guys? Fortunately, tonight it's been all Miramonte. And I wore the green and silver, so come on.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good reason to have a bias. And, like you said, Los Alamos has been a lot of fun to watch, but Miramonte's defense has been incredible to watch all year. A couple of games
except for game
Camp
number 1.
Well,
he gave up 50 points.
Well, game number 1, game number 2.
But they also
against
had a lot
Los
of
Alamos,
injuries.
Yeah. They gave.
So the Miramonte Matadors about to be
Hi,
North
folks at
Coast
home.
Section 2A champions for the 4th time under the guidance of Coach Floyd Burnstead.
And an impressive performance tonight. Offensively, defensively, special teams, everything's been working for them tonight.
Lacey again cuts it back in. Close to another first down. He'll have it. So we approach the 4-minute mark. They'll move those chains again. And I think just maybe one more first down might do it for Miramonte. Matadors very nicely on this final drive, marching the ball downfield.
Yeah, they're chewing up time.
First down and 10. I formation.
Oh, my.
One receiver out to the left, one to the right. Draw play. Lacey again, maybe got a yard.
Well, Daniel Banna sure isn't giving up. He doesn't know how to play anything but 100%. Flying to the ball on defense. Hasn't had a great night on offense, hasn't gotten a lot of touches, but he's still giving you first-team all-league performance from the middle linebacker position. Looks like he might have hurt himself on that play, too. He's clutching his wrist.
Clock's at 3 minutes now and counting. To win it.
Oh, my partner, Reza Sadeghi, singing along with the Miramonte High School cheerleaders.
Hey, just taking me back in time a little bit.
It's something to see up here, folks. He's the complete package.
And off the right side, another nice game by Miramonte. And good old number 42 gets a pitch, Tim Grebe. He actually got the handoff, not really a pitch. But no, I'm not going to do any cheers up here, all right? Every now and then I might cheer
Can we get
along.
Reza on screen singing and dancing?
I'm not going to say we have to have it
come
and I
on,
want
Reza.
it and we want it more. No. Or I'm not going to say Matadors don't take no oomph jive. No. I'm just going to say.
Come on, do that little dance thing you were doing.
I was
just a
not
minute ago.
dancing.
He was dancing.
I was dancing with my
He
lips,
was dancing.
okay?
You should have seen him. He can dance.
I can't.
The man
I
can
do the
dance.
snake. That's
He
about
don't take
it.
no oomph jive either.
Yeah, well, that's
Apparently.
right.
I don't know what that is, but he doesn't take any.
It's a good chant. And a chant I lived with for the last 20 years. All right? 2 minutes and counting left to go. Up the middle. It's Greer breaking tackles. He'll have another first down for Miramonte to about the 16-yard line. Back to live action. I like that. No more cheers.
That's pretty much going to do it there, Reza.
Yeah.
We're,
150. The clock will roll again as they'll move the chains momentarily.
Well, yeah, for Las Lomas, they needed to come up with a big defensive stop, and they just couldn't do it here in the fourth quarter. Credit Miramonte, and again, I've got to say that their offensive line has been tremendous.
I formation. 1:30 and counting left to go. Here's a running play off the left side. Yes, they're going to leave me up here in the booth by myself, as our good friend Bill Cole is going to go downstairs and talk to the winning players and coaches. 1 minute left to go. Matadors, the new quarterback, number 16 in the game, Derek Murray, under center. And offsides, I believe, will be the call against Las Lomas with 52 seconds left to go. And a final goodbye from you? Or can we say a little goodbye to you before you go down? Your mic's not working, so you can talk into my mic.
Adios, folks. Thanks a lot. It's been a lot of fun.
We'll talk to you when you get down on the field. It's been a lot of fun working with you in the booth as well. 50 seconds left to go. The Matadors will have to snap it one more time, and they'll be the North Coast Section 2A champions for the 2000 season. And there is a story there, folks. Matadors under Floyd Bernstead. 30 seconds left to go. And they're going to throw the ball, and I don't believe it. Oh, boy. 28 seconds left to go. Up 42-26, Miramonte deciding that they're going to give the backup quarterback a shot to complete a pass. Third and 13 upcoming with 28 seconds left to go. So this could very well be the final play of the football game. Murray under center. And he hands the ball off. And going out of bounds is the running back for Miramonte. Close to a first down. 21 seconds left. Going to be very close to a first down. I think he's going to be a couple yards shy, though. .21 seconds left. Matadors with the lead and the ball. 4th and 4, and if the Matadors don't convert here. Spot pass, corner, end zone, intercepted by Las Lomas with 15 seconds left to go. The Matadors have not won it just yet, but perhaps a few plays away from clinching it. And the Las Lomas offense will get one last shot. The Miramonte player is starting to celebrate on the sidelines. Up 42-26. Coach Floyd Bernstead having a good time on the sidelines, congratulating, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs all the way around for the Miramonte Matadors in the green. Certainly not the same along the far side with the team in the white and the burgundy. Las Lomas with a run, Albana punishing his way to the 25, and that'll be the final play of the football game. The Miramonte Matadors, the 2000 North Coast Section 2A champions. And the celebration begins. The 4th championship North Coast Section-wise for Miramonte, and the celebration is taking place at midfield. 42-26. We'll step away and come back and wrap things up after these messages.
Tonight's AT&T Broadband Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation from Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria in Walnut Creek. Located in the Encina Grande Shopping Center, Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria has classic Italian pastas, gourmet pizzas, and a family atmosphere. Locally owned and operated by Rocco Bialy and family, Rocco's is a great place to go after the game. Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, voted the best pizza in Contra Costa by the readers of the Contra Costa Times. And by Paramount Technology of Concord, located behind Tower Records. Paramount Technology has been selling and fixing computers for more than 6 years. With in-house customer service and repairs, Paramount Technology is there for you. Thank you, Paramount Technology, for supporting local high school sports in Contra Costa County. You can join the AT&T Broadband Game of the Week team and help support our effort to bring quality local sports to 140,000.
Welcome back to Viking Field on the Diablo Valley College campus. Miramonte Matadors, the North Coast Section 2A champs. Let's go down the field where Bill Kolb is standing by with Miramonte head coach Floyd Burnstead.
I'm once again on the field with Miramonte High School's head coach Floyd Burnstead, the North Coast champion, 2A division, Miramonte Matadors. How's that sound to you, Coach?
Hey, that's great.
Pretty good ring, huh?
Pretty good.
Boy, it was so close at the half. We were really surprised to see you guys come out as inspired as you did. What did you talk to them about at halftime to get them that fired up for the second half?
Well, I thought the main thing that we had to do, offensively, we were moving the ball, but defensively, we wouldn't get any pressure on their quarterback. So that was the main concept that we had at half, was try to figure out a way to get some pressure on him. And we got a little bit better pressure, but he's a great quarterback and throws the ball really well. So it's a tough thing to do. We got some breaks and capitalized on them and did a nice job in the second half.
And it looked like you really got the running game moving there in the second half, too, and were able to really chew up the clock once you got the lead. Is that a testament to the offensive line?
Yeah, it is. They tried to double our wide receiver a little bit, and it left them a little short on the run, so we started pounding the ball a little bit.
Well, listen, Craig, congratulations on a great season and a great win, Coach.
Thank you.
You're champions.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Reza, back up to you.
Thank you very much. The Miramonte Matadors, the North Coast Section 2A champions. I'd like to thank you all fans, students, fans of high school football for joining us throughout the course of the year. This has been our final football broadcast of the season, but coming up next in a couple weeks, we'll have basketball for you. Again, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to bring you these games. And the Miramonte Matadors tonight finish it off in fine fashion with a big-time victory. Take care, everybody. Good night.